Welcome all to Sunday Night Football live bet stream right here on Pub Sports Radio. We have this Panthers game coming to a close. Panthers +6 hanging in the balance. Also the over 46.5 hanging in the balance here. I have cashed that Panthers team total over 19.5. I deserve better. Touchdown, that Thielen touchdown. I can't believe it wasn't called a touchdown. 2 missed field goals. So we are sweating this out right now. We have a field goal attempt with 6 seconds left. But, so if the Panthers cover the +6, which is quite likely. Now, what could happen here is the Bucks kick a field goal and the Bucks score a touchdown off the top of overtime, which would push. If that doesn't happen, I have another winning week here overall, which is so important for me. And so I'm very excited about everything that's happening here, everything that's happening in NFL. I mean, we're just running so nice right now. We do have another first down and a timeout. So this is a feasible field goal to kick. Shout out to all the cappers in the chat. We got Big O in the house, the Truth Teller, Old E, Jim W, Putt, Nasty Nate, Spenny, Penny Bombs. Oh, wow. Missed a plus 14,766 8-leg TD parlay because Kamara couldn't score. My good God, Spenny. My good God. In the bag, in the house, we got Bo Jackson. Spenny Penny Bomb dropping his action chat, which I will copy and paste. Nasty Nate. Moneyball ready to go. Yes, Purdy's playing. Rob McMahon. Ken Wood. Josh Ballard going heavy on the Niners. Swiggy in the house. Jim Dewigger. JB. Dougie Wise. We're just going to see if this field goal hits here because then we got more drama. These field goals have not been cashed. I'm going to cover the chat here as well. Cover the chat. Here we go. The kick is up. And the kick is good. So only a tie can stop me from sweeping the board in this one. Also, great news, you guys. The Pub Sports Radio Circa Millions 5-0. Sweep the board. Our first 5-0 week at the perfect time. We're now 37, 27, and 1. That's pretty good. It's pretty good, and it's pretty exciting. So we have a huge Thursday Cappers contest show that is crucial and very important. It's great to see all of you guys. A quick review of my action today. I lost Dolphins +3.5, but cashed the under 47.5. And then I lost the Las Vegas KC over 42.5. So I was 1-2 coming into the day. We cashed Panthers team total over 19.5. Cashed Jaguars +5. Cash Cardinals +3.5. Cash Kyler Murray over 23.5 rush yards, and lost the Philly Baltimore first half under. So it's been very, very good. In the bag says Spidey approved. Thank you. In the bag. Yes, Spidey would approve. And there's a big reason why I am succeeding, and that is Bankroll Blitz. So let's bring on my co-host in Bankroll Blitz. Let's also bring our guy Brizzy onto the show, and then we'll start capping together. I'd like to talk about a few things, but let's do it while we're all here on screen working together. Dougie Wise cashing Eagles +3. That was beautiful. Tariq B said his Commanders came to play. They did. Again, I mean, I know that we didn't move on that game, but God, did we cap that well. You can't sell the Commanders that low, and you can't buy the Titans that high. Now, if we connected the dots, we could have been rich off the game. But regardless, we needed it, and we got it. Jim Dewigger swept the board. It feels like we're succeeding as a group, and it just means so much to us. So, for starters, let's bring on my co-host in Bankroll Blitz, a monster Sunday for him as well. So it looks like we both enter Bankroll Blitz on Tuesday, both up double-digit units on the year, which is pretty exciting. Please welcome my friend and yours, All-American wide receiver, Mr. Troy Torrance in the house. Troy, what's good, man? How are you?
Oh, shit, I'm having a great day, Jimmy. But it's funny, though. It's funny. I could be I'm having a massive week. Definitely my biggest week of the season. But I had a 10K parlay, just a dark cloud hanging over my head that didn't cash because of that field goal by the Ravens before half. And that's the thing about the psychology of parlays, what they do to you psychologically. Like, I'm used to it now. I know the variance. I know what that means. Like, I'm not going to go chase. I'm not going to go drop a couple thousand because I'm chasing that. Like, you got to be able to handle it appropriately, and I'm going to handle it appropriately. And it's easy to do that when I'm up 13 units on the week, despite just awful variance for us this week, and we're still cashing. What does that tell? Like, Jimmy, We're like the damn Eagles. Trickle, 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 flood. And here we come, fucking killing it down the stretch. How about those Eagles, dude?
Who wants to play against those Eagles? We were looking for information. I think we got it.
I
I think we got it. I could have got that plus 900 still, but still I got it at 600. That was just the NFC. We forget about the Super Bowl then, but I'm still fine with the plus 600. We got Dana Delp in the house. Tone Miggins, your Eagles did us proud here. I'm really excited, dude. I'm really excited. I want the Panthers to get the ball. Bryce Young is becoming one of my favorite players. That's what he's becoming. The way he's handled adversity. They tried to take the career away from him. They told him he shouldn't have been the first overall pick. They said, how can you pick a quarterback that can't see over the line of scrimmage? One after another, after another, after another. Now he needed something.
You know what the Matrix said, Jim? The Matrix said, no. Insert that man back into the starting QB position. Insert him.
It's pretty special. Dougie White says his only out today was the sorry, pathetic Bengals. Again, we talked all about the psychology behind that football team. I would have definitely been on the Bengals.
I was this close. Like I was.
We went back to the psychology behind the players, and you could see it defensively. You could see what they're tackling. They're not playing for Zach Taylor. Now, again, we could have made more money off of a great breakdown, but we didn't lose a cent because of the great breakdown. So lots of different ways of looking at it. Let's bring on our next guest, and then we're going to cap everything together. Thank you guys for joining us. Extremely exciting. Buccaneers are getting the ball. Unfortunately, the Buccaneers are getting the ball. So they could come all the way down and score. At times, this Panthers defense has looked very strong, and at times it's looked susceptible. But I think they're going to give us maximum effort here. We know, we've been saying it, Panthers are bet on. Bryce Young is bet on. I cannot wait for Bankroll Blitz on Tuesday. I can't wait. And we also have a 13-game schedule, which we must really cherish because this is the last shorter schedule here. So 13 games for us to focus on. Let's bring on our next guest, just a fixture on everything that I do here on this channel. I love capping with them. A hell of a capper. Star of the Locker Room podcast that's back in business this week with UFC 310 will be our showcased video on our homepage for most of the week. Also the star of the Hardwood NBA, WNBA, and of course NFL. Please welcome our guy, Mr. Billy Brisbane, to the show. Brizzy, what's good, man? How are you?
What up, boys? How you guys doing?
God, it just, you know, you get out of life what you put into it, and things don't always fall your way. You know, you got to deal with adversity and all those things. But I tell you, I just feel very, very good about everything that we're doing here as a channel, capping together, selling nothing, being completely transparent with our action. It's pretty exciting.
Yeah, I got an update for you on something that's happening on the back end there, Jim. Also, XRP, Jimmy, remember when I was texting you about XRP? I just got a text right now. We fully broke resistance. We're at $2.32. We were buying 45, 50 cents. You remember when I brought that to the table, dude? I know it's hard. It's hard to use your bankroll. The reason my unit size is only $250 right now is because I put all my bankroll into this fucking asset. That's thank God, finally hitting the roof. So.
Oh, I love it.
Life is fucking.
It is, but it's all about, you know,
doing the homework. It's all about doing the work, Jimmy.
Exactly.
You practice what you preach, and that's why it's all love. It's all love here.
Oh, I'm excited. But a huge play for the Bucs. So our Panthers action could push, and those of you who used it in the contest will lose on the Panthers. So, and I used it in the contest. Now, Pub Sports Radio didn't use it in the contest, but that was only a plus 5.5 in the contest, despite us betting it at 6. Brizzy, how was your day today, my man?
It was all right. Kind of up, down, and now we got NBA action to kind of even out the night here. NBA plays that I'm on. I'm on the Nuggets money line, Dalton Connect points and rebounds prop, and this kind of leads into the football game here. I ended up parlaying the Buffalo Bills and the Lakers money line for 2-leg parlay minus 113.
Ooh, okay. Well, let's get into that right now here. So we have Brizzy is a Bills Lakers money line parlay. What was the juice for that?
Minus 113.
Minus 113 for Brizzy.
So much to talk about, Jim. I depend on you. I depend on you heavily for weather related news, injury related news, especially in this matchup. Let's get into this game.
Let's get into it. And let's get into the weather right off the hop. Also, I got all of Higgsy's player prop action. So I've got all of that to share with everybody. Higgsy will be joining us in a little bit as well. That was a huge play by the Panthers defense. We need one more. Very difficult for me to focus on anything here, but of course the action.
I agree. Do you want to just hang back for a second? I mean, if you're in no rush, we still got a plentiful time. I mean, I know probably if Cappers are waiting in the wings, we might be pressed.
So they sure cleaned up the field nice. It's not snowing right now. By the way, Keon Coleman is inactive tonight. It's not snowing right now, and it doesn't look like it's going to snow the rest of the night. So there is a big turn of events.
We're good. We are fucking good right.
And it looks like we're going for a long field goal from McLaughlin here. I'm going to cover the chat.
I don't know how these guys make field goals. My kickers, bro, my field goal variance, I don't understand. I watch people make 50-yard field goals.
This is a tough one. 55.
They hit it like butter, but
my
kicker can't make 32, 48.
Don't hit this,
42.
Chase. Don't hit this, man. Don't hit this. Don't hit this. Miss this.
Nuh-uh.
Finally.
Nuh-uh.
Finally.
Oh, so fucking beautiful, man.
Okay. This is pretty exciting stuff, dude. I don't know how anybody could want to do anything else. Ralph Portwando in the house. Ralph, we've missed you. One of the OG low baggers in the house from the Bay Area. Wow, we finally got a good goddamn break. Okay. This is pretty exciting stuff here. Okay, so we got a lot of work to do. I've got a lot of copying and pasting to do. We've got a lot of work to do, and we need the Panthers to drive a little bit and win the game. They're starting at their own 46. Bryce Young becoming one of my favorite players. Jalen Petrie becoming one of my – there's certain guys. And the man who was my favorite player, Al Shire, that was – one dirty ass hit on Trevor Lawrence. My God. You know, the fact that
you called him out, I had to go watch him on film after you started talking about him on one of the bankroll blitzes. And when I watched him play, I remember watching him on the Titans. Like, he took it up a notch.
But the forearm shiver on the chin of Trevor Lawrence. What the fuck was that? You're already doing something so violent, horrifying while he's sliding, and then you add in the forearm shiver. Good gosh, that was certainly something. Okay, let's talk about line history. Let's talk about cash flow, and let's start talking X's and O's. You know, I was wondering why this total wasn't dropping. We found out why it wasn't dropping. It wasn't dropping because the snow wasn't going to be falling during the game. Which is fine, because I told you guys before there was any concern about snow that if Purdy was announced in, I would be on the under. So, you know, I'm very comfortable with still being on it. Let's go over the line history here for this one. Right now we have, an interesting thing, and I panicked with my last pick in the Cappers contest, and I took the Bills. -7. Should have been the Cowboys. I just panicked. I felt... now, so if this, I'll be 3-1 going in, which was fine, but not as good as I wanted. We have the Bills opening up at -7. They're now -6.5. It's juiced to them to -109. So 6.5 -109. From a total standpoint here, we have this climbing 44.5 climbing. We have 45s now on the board. 45s now on the board. I looked at an SGP. It was a double result of Bills, the under 47.5. And Josh Allen over 31.5 rush yards. That was plus 800. I didn't move on it. I had it queued out. I didn't move on it. When I went back, Josh Allen's rush yard prop was 36.5.
What was what you said you had an SGP that you didn't move on?
I didn't move on it. It was that. It was the under 47.5, Bills double result, and the over 31.5. Rush yards for Josh Allen. When I started thinking about should I move on it, I went back to it, and he was at 36.5. It'd gone up 5 yards on the rush, and he's still at 36.5. And I decided not to go on it, even if it cashes. That won't affect me at all. but that was one I was looking at. Let's get into the cash flow here because it's quite telling. We have 53% of the tickets on the Bills. There's a lot of people thinking that this is a big number for the 49ers. 53% of tickets and 75% of cash on the Bills. 84% of the tickets, but just 48% of the cash is on the over. So it is a sharp, it feels like it's a sharp spot here on the under. But it's...
But is it though? Because I made a post recently talking about the percentage of bets. The percentage of bets, like, well, I guess this is different. This is an outlier type of market on a total, 100%. You don't see 50% of cash on the under anymore. I'm gonna go digging here, Jim. Go ahead, continue.
No, it's interesting. You don't. While we're capping this, and we're going to cap this together as we move on, let's not keep anybody on the bench. We have one of the stars of our live streams, not just because of his hideous heels, and not just because he's so much fun to cap with. And that's important. This is very stressful, what we do every day. We're winning right now. We're succeeding, and that makes things very enjoyable. But over the course of 365 days, it's not, there's a lot of tough days, and you want to be around cappers that bring levity and sharp action. I mean, that's the goal. You want levity. Well, actually, you want sharp action and levity. How about that? We start with sharp action is most important. This next capper delivers both. The star of Midday Money, also look ahead lines. The star of the Sean Higgs YouTube channel. Please welcome Mr. Sean Higgs to the program. Higgsy, baby, what's happening? How are you?
Higgity.
Nothing. I'm wearing a half shirt here with Troy flexing his arms out there. I was getting excited.
You should have seen those arms when he was an All-American receiver.
He's a big guy. I mean,
I'm a skinny noodle. I'm a skinny fuck now. That's what
you're a little skinny there, but still impressive. I'm jealous of being in shape, Troy. I always make little comments, but good for you.
Higgsy, I just got back in the gym. I had to find a reason, and I found my reason. It was trying to maintain my health so I could actually, whoop my son's ass as long as I possibly can.
Yeah, my guy wants to fuck around sometimes. I'm like, come on. Sometimes all right, but other times I'm like, I'm too old for this.
So but the old man strength. The old man strength.
We did have the Chuba fumble there, so the Buccaneers are in control. All we need is just no touchdown.
This would be like a one outer on the river, Jim. I mean, this is like 90 over 95. I mean, we're talking 97, 98% here.
What happened? We had a fumble in this game?
Yeah, it just happened. So I've got Panthers +6. We've already cashed the Panthers team total over 19.5, but I've got the over 46.5. I've got the Panthers in the contest. So there's multiple things happening here. Jeff,
I got with you on them for +6, but I got a Tampa tease down. I have it in some crazy 5 or 6 teamer, so it's like $1 to win 6. So I'm like, 600. I was like, you put these wacky things in every once in a while, thinking, all right, whatever, maybe I'll catch one. And I was looking today, I'm like, wait a second, this guy's still alive. So this was so it had A&M +12, Iowa +0.5, Tampa, and the Texans in there.
Oh wow! So what's left?
I got the Bills. Pick them pending.
By the way,
Tampa miracle.
By the way, we had the ladders on Evans from Birdie on today's NFL Pub Hub. So he is now at 118 yards. So
there you go, Birdie.
But he's only he started at +500. Higgsy. He started at over 110 yards at +500 and then laddered from there.
Oh, so nice. So what do you go from 100 to 5 to 10, 15, 20?
It goes up fast. It goes up very, very fast.
This is one of those spots, Jim, where if
100 yards for him was 5 to 1.
110 yards was 5 to 1.
Oh, nice.
For who?
For Mike Evans.
Oh, Mike Evans.
And he's at 118 right now. So if we get a couple more, he'll be rolling.
+6 is the difference between.
He's going. Jesus.
No.
He's got a contract incentive or whatever where basically if he is over 100
again, bro. They're not
they're at the 12, the 10, but
Jimmy, please. This is a $5,000 swing for me, bro. 6. I don't want to push on a fucking 6, bro. I deserve better than that, bro.
No, but why do they need to run any plays now, right?
They
Can
don't.
they just kick it on first?
I kick it on. I kick it on. I get it to the spot where he wants it, and I kick it. So we have to
Yeah,
dodge.
they'll run it once or twice. But
No, they're not running it.
they went right to the field goal?
Yeah. No, they moved it to the center hash. Dennis Garcia, fly, Eagles fly.
Yep. There we go, Jimmy. Jimmy, you're cashing your over in the game too, dog.
Cashing everything.
You're over in the game too, dog.
I had $900 invested. That's a lot for me. I know other cappers, but that's a lot
That's a
for
good
me.
chunk. What are you talking about? You're betting 900. You better have 90,000 in the bank.
Yeah.
Really, you're supposed to have 10 times your bankroll, too. I mean, people don't understand that when people want to fill out crazy amounts of money.
No, they don't understand that. That is true. This is big. So we have a 30-yard attempt here. Chase is up, and it's good.
Yes.
We cash everything.
Yes.
I took Carolina 14 versus the Eagles.
Yes. Dude.
Sorry, what did you get it for the next week, Higgsy?
13. Eagles laying 13. I took them. And now I'm thinking, because I took it early before the Eagles won, I'm thinking the Eagles lose that game. So now I don't know if it'll go up or not.
Jimmy,
Carolina's played tough.
No, it can't go up. You'll get a better line than I think will come out.
Well, it's
Carolina's playing too well. No way. That's got to open up at 10.5, 11.
Right? It's going to come down, you think, a little?
Yes.
Carolina's been tough the last couple of weeks.
Carolina's playing so well. There's no way that you'll have to have beaten the line there. Okay. Wow. Wonderful.
It's a matter of time, Jimmy.
My ROI is going to be up over. Whatever. We'll deal with this on Tuesday.
Your ROI's got to be. I've never seen a full season of action with that high of an ROI. And if someone else is posting it, they're putting in parlay. You know what I mean? They're relying on
all single unit spots. So, so that means that we are right now 7-3, and I came into the day 1-2. So, we're 6-1 today.
I'm 20-6 on the week right now.
Oh, I love it.
6.
And I have one bet left. San Francisco Buffalo under 44.5, which I'm still very comfortable with. Okay, let's get to work. Sorry about the little the slow start here. I've got to start copying and pasting action in the chat. We're not at 200 comments yet, so I haven't lost anything from the caps at the top. But let's roll. So we've set up the spread. It's starting to move back to the Bills. It's a juice 6.5, but it has come down a half point. This total has been sitting at 44.5 all week. It's now a 45. We've gone up half yard. They've cleaned the field. It looks very good. It's cold and it's double-digit winds, but it looks like it won't be snowing during the game. Now, snow can come quick with the lake effect, but it doesn't look like it's going to happen during the game. So we have the 49ers, an absolutely beaten down group. We talked about that 38-10 loss in Green Bay. They only had 4 players on defense from the playoff victory over the Green Bay Packers: Warner, Lenoir, Gibson, and Beal. That's it. That's how beaten and battered this football team is. And they are slightly healthier right now. When we did the breakdown earlier with the injury report, it was, not quite as horrific, as we had seen. Unfortunately here, not one, and it's a tough game, not one person talked about this game on NFL Pop-Up today. And that's how you know it's a real tricky spot. But this is the situation here, actives and inactives. So we have Trent Williams out. So is Aaron Banks out. That's the left side of the offensive line. That's horrible. You want to go with Ben Barch and Jalen Moore or Trent Williams and Aaron Banks? I mean, this is an extremely difficult situation. That is the left side of the offensive line. We know that Bosa inactive, so there's no Nick Bosa. Jordan Elliott, too, part of the depth. We talked about Diamador Lenoir, who was in the lineup last week. He's not in the lineup this week. He's inactive. So is Demetrius Flanagan Fowles. That is to say nothing of the players that are already missing. You're already missing so many key players on this defense. Now you're missing an offensive line. You're missing Bosa. I mean, it's a really, really tough spot. Charvarius Ward, though, is playing. He's been out for personal reasons. Dalton Kincaid out. Keon Coleman out. Everybody else for the Bills will play. And, most importantly, Matt Milano is one of them, but he's not. Terrell Bernard's going to be in. So you got Milano and Bernard. Remember, those two linebackers weren't in when they were eliminated from the playoffs last year. And that's why. A Taylor Rapp in, Daquan Jones in, a Curtis Samuel in, Mac Hollins in, a Khair Elam in. I mean, this is, you know what? If the 49ers deliver a really strong drive off the top, I will live bet the Bills right away. I think this is a problem. We have action from all of our cappers here on screen. I'm going to start copying and pasting in the chat. Now, Higgsy, I've not gone over all of your props. I have them here, but I'll let you rock them. But let's go with Troy Torrance here, my co-host in Bankroll Blitz. Troy, take it away. I'm going to have my head down copying and pasting, but take it away, my friend.
I mean, off the top, Jimmy, when you first started introducing the game and you started talking about the action from the day, you talked about the Commanders game. I mean, I guess there's only one way to really look at this game. You could choose to buy high on the Bills, or you could choose to buy low on the 49ers. Just looking at where the 49ers have closed the past few weeks, specifically last week against Green Bay, I see some oddities in the number. And honestly, like, you look at this Bills team, there's plenty of holes. You can poke holes in this team's the resume and what they've done this season. Who have they really beaten? I'm not really seeing any impressive wins on their resume. They beat the Chiefs. I think that's a mediocre team. I really believe that's a mediocre team. I continue to fade these Chiefs, and it continues to pay me off. The Dolphins, who are mediocre, it's a divisional opponent. Maybe you get a little bit lost looking at that, and they lost to the Ravens and the Texans. I mean, they haven't really had any impressive wins, in my opinion. Now,
Do you think if they beat the Niners tonight, it's an impressive win?
I would say it's an impressive win, yeah. I would say this would be an impressive win because at the end hold on. I'm going to get to that. I'm going to get to that.
Okay.
Because I want to still poke holes in this Bills team. I'm going to start with the resume. So after the resume, you look at some of the metrics, some of the advanced metrics, some of the PFF grades, you see that they struggle to get off the field on third down. And you look at the key third downs when the game's at the most significant parts of the game, you see a little bit of a struggle to now. Fourth down's a different story, I believe, especially when you have a guy like Josh Allen in short yard down and distance. But at the same time, they struggle to get off the field on third down. They're vulnerable against rushing attacks. They're 28th in opponent yards per carry. That seems like a matchup that the 49ers could lean on, particularly if the weather conditions are the way we expect them to be. I feel like the door is always going to be open for this offense. So the question comes to me, can the 49ers execute? I think they can. I mean, I think I could trust on Purdy. I mean, for what I've seen from Purdy this year versus last year, it's a different story. Some of these rookie quarterbacks in their second year, like the Texans, CJ Stroud's another example of this. There's definitely some regression happening in their second year, and it makes sense. You get them on film, you get a whole season to study what they're doing. You get defensive coordinators being able to scheme against what their strong suits are. So that makes sense. But at the same time, you got Shanahan, a great coach. You got talent all around him offensively. I feel like the door is going to be open for this offense. So if the door is open, the back door is wide open. And I think the 49ers will be a team that can walk through that. And I look at it, who's going to be more motivated in this spot? The Bills off of 6 straight wins, off of a bye week, or the 49ers off an L2 in a must-win situation? Market history also suggests the 49ers are the right spot in this game. You're looking at the 7 move to 6.5. I know it's a very unique situation, and the sample's not even big enough. It's a 2-game sample. It's 1-1 ATS. When you look at a team of the 49ers caliber, I try to narrow it down. It's somewhat objective, but at the same time, I do a pretty good job of trying to remain unbiased when looking at these spots, especially a spot like this. Like, I've been backing the Bills. I made a lot of money off the Bills this season. On the 49ers, I'm a little bit hit or miss. I fade them, I buy them, and I'm a little bit hit or miss. But at the same time, like, I just feel like there's a lot of things adding up that suggest the 49ers are the right spot. There's too many points. And there's just enough to move on this spot, especially, I have I can even talk about that. I'm on the 49ers. I bet them plus 6.5 at plus 100, but if that's no longer available, I'll take a different line.
Troy on the Niners.
But I wanted, the people who follow me on Twitter, I try to incentivize my action, my appearance, my presence on this channel. So I try to, keep them in the dark a little bit. So if you're here, if you're from my Twitter, I appreciate you. This is where you want to be. Trust me, you're going to see a bunch of dogs in the chat, a bunch of dogs on the panel that we have up here right now with us four. I'm on the 49ers, 6.5 plus 100.
You are locked and loaded.
Minus 115. What?
Sorry?
What that?
Say what?
Someone in the chat saying 6.5 minus 115.
You could have got that a little while ago.
There's 6.5 even money, right?
Right now it is.
Yeah.
Just because, but if you moved on this a few hours ago, it would have been a little different. Copying and pasting all this action from
money, Jim. I got it.
Yeah. Oh, I know you got it there, and you can still. It's just the line's moving towards the Bills right now. We've heard from our guy, and it was brief, but we heard from our guy Brizzy. Brizzy, Bills Lakers money line. Is that the only thing you're coming into this game with?
I do have the James Cook anytime touchdown. I hear everything that Troy's saying, and I do agree with him, and I want to be on the 49ers really bad, but I just can't get off the situational spot scenario of just, quarterback coming back from injury. Not only is he coming back from injury, he's going halfway across the country into cold weather. Their offensive lines look like dog shit. McCaffrey still hasn't looked that good. If you look at all these
score in the red zone, they can't score in the red zone. Their defense doesn't perform well against 12 personnel.
You look at all these sports books, they're all offering Christian McCaffrey props. Like if you look at Bet365, they have Christian McCaffrey anytime touchdown as an odds-boosted prop. That is wild, yo. They're basically like throwing it in your face and just saying basically fuck you. I think nobody wants to do it because it's too many points when you think of the 49ers and the Bills, but I think the Bills just roll here, man. I feel like not overthinking the plays for me has just been very higher ROI this week for me, so I'm not going to overthink it. I'm just going to go with what I think is the situational spot, and as much as I want to bet the 49ers here, this is just a terrible spot for them.
Yeah, back-to-back road games. Bills coming off a bye, but Purdy didn't play in that big loss. I've seen worse spots, but I hear what you're saying. I am going to keep copying and pasting action from the chat. I'm a little behind here, but I'm almost through. But why don't we hear from our guy, Mr. Sean Higgs? I've been looking at his player props here, and there's a lot of them, but I like where he's at. So, Higgsy, why don't you take over, my man? Why don't you let everybody know your plan of attack here?
All right, so we're all, we talked about, Biz mentioned Cook anytime tutty, so I grabbed that minus 115. Shakir was a plus 210 over at FanDuel, so I grabbed that one. Receptions, I think he's going to get the ball here. So I went 60, 70, and 80 yards, a little bit of a ladder, 110, 165, and 245. And his regular one was 55.5, so I did that as well. That was at DK. Knox over 25.5 yards, but also went for his 40 yards. He's done that in 3 of the last 4 games. So that was 225 at FanDuel. Sure, I'll take that. Purdy under 31.5 passing attempts. Now I got the Bills. Now I don't have a 6 or a 6. I got a 3 here. I got a 3 and a 3.5. I'm looking at lines a week ago. But wow. I even if this guy plays, they're going to be down. Is he going to throw 40 times with a bad shoulder? 35? I don't know. I'll go under that. And even with the weather, I know it's not really going to be windy and stuff like that, but I just don't see them having him chuck the ball 32 times today. So give me that. On the flip side of that, I got Allen completing 19 completions. He's done that in 6 straight. That was over at DK as well. And a FanDuel rushing attempts. Allen was plus money, 7.5 at plus like 108. And then Cook at 115, minus 115, but he's 15.5 rushing attempts. So if things get batty up there, again, I'm no weatherman, but there could be snow showers. So who the heck knows? They said they're not going for much wind, but if we're going to have to run the ball, I got a running quarterback and a running back. Purdy underneath, and Allen throws in the weather anyway, so I'm not really worried about him completing the passes. And that's that.
Well, I like where you're at. I really do like where you're at here. I like the way you are hammering this one. Now, going over your action, were you ever close on the total or the side, or did you just solely want to focus on player props?
Well, the side was fine, but that was when I did it before the games last week. I thought coming out of a bye week, good spot for Buffalo at home.
Yeah, what am I saying? You got to 3 and the 3.5 was perfect. Yeah.
So that was always just this. Like, again, I'll do these ahead of the Sunday games thinking X is going to happen, so then it's going to be Y. So I had Green Bay last week over San Fran. I thought they'd be sputtering, season up in flames. I wasn't counting on it. I mean, let's be honest. This was a 3.5. Why is it 6? He's playing. If he was out, what would this line be? 12? Think about that for a second. Why is this line so high? It should. I mean, you have to lean to the points here with San Fran. He's playing, and it's gone up 3.5 points. I don't understand it.
Yeah, we talked about it on Tuesday with the line,
right.
and I said this is the line with Purdy in. It was pretty certain.
Right.
It's just that the 49ers are so beaten up on the defensive front that it's just not. It's not the team. Like I don't really like when I watch this team defend.
Well, none of that. We've talked about them in the past year. It's like they're favored in every game except for last week was the first time they weren't favored.
Yeah,
they have a 500 record. They play like they're the Chiefs. Like we could play down to teams, yet they don't pull out wins. It's just a weird year for them. I have no idea. Like the talent's all still there. All right, you're a little banged up, but you still have talent on offense. I mean, I still love the head coach. I think he's a good head coach. What is happening over there? I thought it was going to be a down year. I didn't think it would be like a 500 year like this. I thought it would be a 11 win kind of season, get to the second round. I thought the Lions were the best team in the NFC, although they buried me on Thanksgiving with their scoring lack of.
Fuck, that looked good for a long time as well.
Yeah.
But I want to say this about the 49ers defense and how they match up. With Fred, I don't know exactly what they're going to do offensively, but they're one of their Ronaldo Green, one of their cornerbacks, is going to be starting tonight. What I've seen from that kid is been nothing short of spectacular from a rookie. Also, Fred Warner, who's going to defend Josh Allen? I'm not sure, but you do have some young bloods here. D. Winters from TCU. The kid is fast. It is very fast for a linebacker. He's an undersized linebacker. But I do believe that he could be a problem for Josh Allen in the running game. So it's just what's the weather? Can you repeat the weather, Jim? What's the weather like in this situation?
It's warmer than we thought by almost like 8 degrees. Right now it's 30 Fahrenheit. The wind is nothing. It's 7 miles per hour. They've cleaned all the snow off the field. We thought that the weather would be up to 12. Oh, okay. Just moved up to 12. Okay. So it's starting to get windier. It's not supposed to get windier than this. Wow. That was a big change in the wind. So, but now we're at 32 Fahrenheit right now. So it's quite a bit warmer than we expected, 10, 11 degrees warmer, but the wind is at 12 and there will not be snow. The 0% precipitation right now, it goes up to 10% by 11 p.m. So there will not be any more snow. Now there could be like a squall coming off the lake, but I don't expect to see that. So that's the weather. That's why this total didn't move. We were trying to figure it out. Before we keep Nasty, I'm on the under, not with, it was my plan all along. So I watched it, and I moved on it. I think either late last night or this morning. I've got to copy and paste more action in the chat. We got a lot of great action, and thank you guys so much. We also have our guy, the Skunt Blaster. He gave us his Skunt Bag play of the day this morning, and that is the Clippers. And then he has his play of the day here for the game, and it's George Kittle anytime touchdown.
I just got not limited, completely removed from my my local bookie, who's also a frequent flyer on the channel. The same bookie. We used the same exact bookie. He introduced me. No longer do I have action that I can place at this book. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. I mean, it feels like I've
Good
accomplished.
sign, but it sucks.
It sucks.
Yeah, it's a good sign, though. I would like to give a shout out to our guy, the Skunt Blaster, always supporting us here on the channel.
What's his number, Troy? Say one up for me. Just say it's me, and then you could use it.
Yeah, how about FanDuel? FanDuel's like, oh, Troy Torrance, bring him. Like, let him bet here.
You know what? Do you want to use my FanDuel? We should probably say this off air.
No, FanDuel. Like, I cannot win a bet on FanDuel. I just cannot.
Yeah, FanDuel loves Troy. It's his
They
local
love
that no longer does. Shout out to the Skunt Blaster. Glasses in the air for our guy, the Skunt Blaster. Thank you so much for your support, ongoing support. Our guy, the Skunt Blaster. I love seeing all these guys having huge days here in the chat. Love seeing it. Okay, we're going to bring on our next guest, but I would like to start rocking through action from cappers in the chat. Our guy, Big O, first in the chat. He's got a parlay 49ers plus 10.5. James Cook anytime touchdown. That's a plus 195. Spenny Penny Bombs. He's on McCaffrey over 62.5 rushing yards. He's on McCaffrey 70 plus rushing yards, plus 125. Allen over 36.5 rush yards. Again, that was 31.5 this morning. Or last night, it's all a blur. Kittle over 44.5 receiving yards. Knox over 25.5 receiving yards. And then anytime touchdowns, Allen at plus 140, Shakir at plus 210, Knox at plus 280, Debo at plus 210, Kittle at plus 320, McCaffrey 2 touchdowns at plus 500. His SGP at 14-1, Kittle 50 plus receiving, Allen 50 plus rushing, McCaffrey 70 plus rushing. Josh Ballard going heavy on the Niners tonight, 3 units on the plus 7, 2 units on the money line. Josh Ballard also on Debo props, over 3.5 catches for 2 units and over 40 yards for 3 units. Says it's either going to be a great night or a disaster. Well, we love capping with you, Josh, my man. Harold Williams, 49ers plus 4.5 first half. CMC anytime touchdown. James Cook anytime touchdown. Ronnie Lofton on the Bills -6 and -115. Cook over 63.5 rush yards. Allen over 33.5 rush yards. McCaffrey over 14.5 carries. Kittle over 44.5 receiving yards. Ralph Portwando is on the under 45. His homer play, of course, he's from the Bay Area, my guy Ralph Portwando. He's on Niners plus 7 and -120. Jermaine is on Allen under 19.5 and 30.5. Is that so? Under 19.5 completions and 30.5 attempts, I'm guessing. And the under 47.5. He's on Cook under 14.5 attempts. Or sorry, rush attempts over 16.5 receiving yards. Purdy over 224.5 passing yards. CMC over 63.5 rush yards. Bo Jackson is on 225 passing and rush yards for Allen. Bet this guy's on the 49ers plus 6.5 and the under 44.5 at plus 290. Thomas Maggio is on CMC over 96.5 rushing receiving. We'll keep going over cappers action in the chat, but let's bring on our next guest, star of the Picks from Dave YouTube channel, star of Friday Night Nerd Talk. A lot of people wanting it back. He is back in action with us, and we're glad to have him. Please welcome our friend Dave Rogers to the telecast. Dave, how are you?
Hello.
Hello, my friend.
Hello, Dave.
Our Niners in play tonight. Are you concerned? Do you believe? What are your thoughts?
No, I don't believe. I think we should fuck all this talk about other quarterbacks coming. I think we should tank, and I think we should get draft picks. Meaningful draft picks, because even if we go to the playoffs, we're not going to beat the Lions. We're not going to beat the Chiefs in the Super Bowl. So, and this game to me is accurately, I'd put the Bills as a touchdown favorite at home over the Niners personally. And I think the total is right at the number where I never know what to do. 45 is right smack dab in the middle of everything. So I'm not on that, but I'm on 2 props.
Oh, Dave Rogers. Hot.
Look at me. Ooh.
Dave
Got a new dress.
Dave Rogers.
Travis Kelce, this, that, and the third. And I said,
yeah. I sent you that one. We'll talk about that one. I sent Sean the same one where I bet on his fantasy points, and it went over by 0.3 because I get fractional points. But anyway, we'll talk about my Billy Briz bets. We'll talk about the responsible, straight and narrow old-timer bets, which I guess props aren't either, so maybe not. Anyway, Kittle over yard. They're becoming that. They're not like they were a couple years ago. Kittle over his yards, which is 47.5. Crazy low, which means they might know something, but his season average is 70. And I'm going to assume that with an injury, he's going to be looking to throw shorter than longer, and that's your tight end. So that's that. And then I'm on.
Was that 43.5?
47.5.
Okay, 47.5 regular juice.
Yeah, I'll give you the juice right now. It wasn't. It was. I got one 114.
Okay, keep rolling.
And then Purdy over rush yards. They bumped it up to it was way too low. It's 19.5. I think he'll still get it, especially if he doesn't want to, he's hurting a little bit. I just hope he doesn't hurt his shoulder and as a result have to go out, not get the rushing prop. But 19.5, and I had some juice on that one. I took some juice. It was 21, minus 121.
Minus 121 for Dave Rogers. Yeah, I look, I mean, I used the Bills in the contest. It wasn't enough for me to put my money on it.
Mm-hmm.
I only had 4 sides this week that I bet, so I needed to add the 5th one. I came very close to adding the Cowboys in the contest. I didn't. I found it very difficult trying to add one. But I like where you stand here, and I agree. I'm different than a lot of people where I find it very difficult to back my team. I find it very easy to fade my team because I know all the problems and all the issues and all the things that are going wrong. I don't sugarcoat it. So I rarely back the Niners. I don't know if I've even backed them all season long.
I did once. It burned me. I'm not. They're not a team to back. But also, I'll throw in with that Purdy rush. And there's some questioning in the chat. And his prop, the reason why I said it went up, and he's coming off of injury, and it went up about 3 yards because at 16.5 is where it was sitting. He's hit it 6 games in a row. He's blown it away in a couple games. Purdy has a lot more rushing yards than you think he would. Not being its prototypical running quarterback, but he has hit his rushing prop.
Look at man, look at
2/3 of the season.
I'd like to go over more action here in the chat. Troy, are you thinking of putting together an SGP? Or are you comfortable where you stand?
No, I am thinking more of a recreational SGP. I'm definitely considering what Dave was just talking about here. I think those are some pretty good looks. I'm
going to keep going over action in the chat. We got our guy LJ from H-Town. He's down in Florida right now. He's in, I think he's at the Hard Rock Casino for this one.
Oh, the Miami Hard Rock? Ooh,
I believe he's at, he told me where he's at. Or is it the
Seminole? Blackjack game. If he's in Miami, he's at the Hard Rock.
Yeah, he might be at the Seminole. I have to look at the message, but he's got a big bet on Josh Allen anytime touchdown tonight, and he's got pretty interception. He's in the chat. Shout out to our guy LJ from H-Town. Let's go over some more action from Cappers in the chat, and then we'll go back to what Troy is thinking of putting together. Again, we're a few minutes away from kickoff. T-Moss, our guy T-Moss, alt parlay. Shakir 4+ receptions, CMC 3+ receptions, Kittle 3+ receptions. That's a +101. Dana Delp on CMC over 63 rush yards and Allen over 33 rush yards. Truth Teller on Purdy interception -124. Dana Delp on CMC anytime touchdown and first touchdown. Thomas Maggio on CMC over 96.5 rushing receiving. Corey says Bills will cover the 6.5 easy. So Corey bet the Bills -10 at +145. Dougie Wise on the Bills -4 -110 first half. Harold Williams on the Niners first half +4.5. Myron Kidd on Purdy anytime touchdown at +950. Pacheco de Gallo on the under 45. I'm right with him. Dave and Cal 48. Our guy on Bills -6.
Jimmy, can we talk about that real quick? I feel like that's important for me right now.
Yeah.
The under. So it's definitely concerning, right? With I guess the weather cleared up a little bit. So it's a little bit different, right? What's your thoughts on the total?
That the 49ers will be able to deliver long drives. And because of that, we've talked about the 49ers issues all season long. Right now in the red zone, they're 25th. They convert 50% of the time. So I do not I think that the under will only succeed based upon them driving a long time and either kicking or Moody missing field goals. And then with this 49ers team, they're going to be playing with all this heart after losing 38-10. Well, they're ranked 29th in the league in red zone defense and 26th in third down defense. What's going to stop the Bills from scoring is the reason why I think a lot of people will bet the over. And then they'll have a vividness bias of the 49ers also being able to chip in points. I do not think the 49ers are going to be able to score easily, but I do think that they're going to be able to put together the long drives. You talked about the Bills' third down defense, 21st in the league at 40.8%. It's not very good. And I think that the key will be keep Allen on the bench. So that was my idea. Remember, the whole idea was I was not going to bet the under with Brandon Allen. I would only bet the under with Purdy. Now, the fact that it didn't move all week was uncomforting. But, I guess the books knew that.
Overs have been a trend this season.
Yeah, I don't. Again,
like things have changed.
They have, but my style. Like I don't.
You don't want to.
My dad beat this into me, but you can create trends to back up your argument. You just have to look hard enough.
Oh, absolutely, bro. I could be the testament to that all day. I'm an analyst for a living. I live in Excel. I can manipulate data to make it look any way you fucking want to look. Like if you ask me to put together some data to back a certain spot, I could do it on the spot. It's a good point.
But that's the thing, though. We could always come in with anything, right? Side, total, over, under, dog, fave. We could find something. But what?
I mean, there's
doesn't mean it's going to win, though. Just because everything points out doesn't mean it's going to win. That's the game. That's the
beautiful nature of it.
But I truly believe that every single event is a unique situation, and that may be a good, maybe help my capping. It certainly flies. Now, I love cappers who focus on trends, and I have no problem with it. And I think it's important for us to know.
Well, see, I have a problem with a lot of trends. Like if they're not incorporating price of the game into the trend, that's the first red flag that this is not a trend you should be paying attention to, because the price of the game should basically be like that's a dependent variable. And that's why I do what I do with the database, tracking opens.
Trends are like they're fine, but when it's 9-1 on something, did you play the other 10 games already this year? Does it go back 8 years? Like on Thursday, I was talking about, it's cold. Miami can't play in cold. Well, let's think about who Miami plays in the cold. They've been playing Tom Brady in the cold for the last 20 years.
And Tom Brady.
They're playing a Jets team that's pretty tough. You're finishing second place, so you're playing at Baltimore, at Pittsburgh, at Cincinnati, at Green Bay. You're playing teams that are pretty good teams in the cold or in the playoffs. You're on the road in Pittsburgh. Oh, yeah, that's an easy one. Let's go beat Ben Roethlisberger in Pittsburgh on January 27th in the divisional round. Piece of cake that you're a 6-point underdog as it is, but you're supposed to win the game.
But it's not just that, though. With the cold situation, that could be a whole nother topic.
Like, and as much as I like those kind of things, like, all right, yeah, you got to kind of stick with that. The game is totally different today than it was 5 years ago. I mean, let's just talk about hockey for a second. Jump into a hockey trend. 4 years ago, the totals were 5.5. Now they open up at 6.5 now.
There is no such thing as a 5.5 in hockey, from what I've seen.
I mean, like, how are you comparing things? Like the Big East isn't the Big East in college basketball. How are you comparing stats for Georgetown? They don't play half the teams anymore. They're gone.
And that goes back to what I was saying. Like it means nothing unless we're talking about the price of the game. What the bookies say the fair market value of the game should be the staple, the fundamental staple of any trend. If not, if you're seeing things outside of that box, like I could poke holes in that all day.
I think I was like, God, I can't remember how old I was because my parents were still together. So I must have been 8 or 9 years old. But I remember saying to my dad that I think it was the Islanders. I can't remember, but I said Kirk McLean always loses to this team. It was the Islanders, I think it was. And my dad turned to me. He's like, "Do you think Kirk McLean cares about a team in the other conference in another division? There's no reason to. It's a fluke. There's no real statistical legitimacy whatsoever." And I was like 8 or 9 years old, but he just shut me down from saying like it, and that stuck with me. And obviously those lessons that you learn when you're younger will stick with you your whole life, but. Why would anybody care what a goaltender does against a team that's not in your conference and not in your division, has nothing to do with his life? I mean, it's It doesn't. It's just a fluke. It's just random. It's random. But I love cappers who do focus on all of that stuff, and I don't think there's any problem with it. We're almost at kickoff, and I want to go over more action here from cappers in the chat. Are you cool to stick around with us for a little bit, Troy, as we start off here?
Yeah, I'm gonna use the washroom. I'll be right back. I'll be
Troy,
here.
we'll be right back. I'm going to go over more action from cappers in the chat. Big Scott on Ray Davis touchdown plus 650. Nasty Nate on the Bills first quarter. Harold Williams on the 49ers first half. Redbeard Bills minus 6.5 in the under 45. That's a plus 250. Tariq B on CMC anytime touchdown. Wager Detective on the 49ers plus 6.5. Gerardo Hernandez has a little Mexican soccer for us. Tigres versus San Luis over 12.5 corners at plus 195. And Tigres over 7.5 corners by themselves at minus 135. And that over 12.5 corners in the game, that's a plus 195 spot. Swiggy's SGP, McCaffrey 75 plus rushing, receiving, Cook 40 plus rushing, and Bills money line minus 105. Kurt Gray, big boy bet on the 49ers plus 6.5. Philly Eagle Flyer on the fire at 49ers plus 10.5 and the over 39.5. If you go through this, it's a lot of 49ers action. Myron Kidd is on Purdy first half anytime touchdown 19-1. Purdy second half anytime touchdown plus 1600. For Myron Kidd. LJ from H-Town told you that Allen touchdown, pretty interception. Ron Crawford, he's got a teaser. Bills minus 0.5, Denver plus 0.5. Roy Harper, a Buffalo boy. He is on. All he needs is Buffalo to finish off a parlay for him. So we'll be cheering for you, Roy. Just all he needs is his hometown team to take care of business. Jermaine got Purdy over 224.5. Kevin Pointier is on Bills minus 6.5 for a full game for half unit. Slatsy's got that Cook anytime touchdown, Bills money line. He tied that together at plus 110. Brian Smith on the Niners first half plus 4 and full game plus 6.5. And he wants to shine this third. Nick says it's going to be a low-scoring game, too many points. He says San Francisco plus 6.5. His final score is 23-20. Thomas Maggio, CMC over 96.5 rushing, receiving for 2 units. And BJ has his best bet, 5 units. BJ doesn't mess around. That is the 49ers plus 7. Have we kicked off? We kicked off?
No.
Okay. Who's looking for Spenny's action? We Want Justice is looking for Spenny's action. He dropped it here into the – oh, shoot. I screwed that up. Let me just do it. He dropped it in the chat. I will put it in the chat for you right now. Spenny Penny Bombs action here. Do we know who's getting the ball first?
No, I do not. But do you know who is a book who will tell you who's getting the ball first?
Who? Oh.
And will be the first book. The first book. I've done some testing on this that allows you, that changes the first quarter spread the fastest. FanDuel will give you the indicator. And that makes sense. I mean, who would be the most in tune with what's happening? I would have to say it's FanDuel because they're taking the most handle probably on a daily, weekly, annual basis.
I get a message from a guy, Eagles fan. He's a big Philly Eagle guy, you know. Oh, Eagles going to their Super Bowl. I'm like, okay. He's like, they're beating the Lions. They stink. They barely beat the Bears. So I'm like, this is where homerism buries people. It absolutely buries people, whether you're cheering for the Yankees or the Dodgers, 50 games over 500 to eke out a $2 win. I said, what about them losing to Atlanta and barely beating the Saints and the Browns and those kind of guys? Like, you can't glance over your bad performances and take a nice win. And again, it was a good win today against the Ravens.
Yeah, but that's
the Ravens have 5 losses now. The Ravens have 5 losses.
Yeah.
They're losing to a good team. I mean, listen, the Raider game was bad, but you lose to Kansas City, whatever. I mean, can we slow down on if you're a fan of the Lions, the Chiefs? I mean, the Chiefs. These guys. Oh my God.
The Chiefs, oh my God, dude.
This season of NFL is just like I think Major League Baseball. As good as the Dodgers were, right? They were supposed to be the best team. They were favored coming in March to win a World Series. They won a World Series. But that team had some problems. I mean, you're throwing a bullpen day out in the World Series. You got problems. I don't care that you ended up winning 104 games. This year's NFL, I mean, do you think could you say the Eagles could win it? Yes, right? Lions could win it? Yes. Would you say Chiefs? Right? We can't get the Chiefs out of there.
Chiefs.
Buffalo? You don't think the Chiefs have a shot at winning the Super Bowl?
I don't think they have any shot at winning the Super Bowl. 0.
Right.
I think they're mediocre at best.
Oh my goodness.
That's we could watch like we could watch the film between like a team like them and a team like the Eagles and look at defensive, offensive situations. And I don't.
think-
I watch
I
a lot.
think
A lot of it's objective. You could call it objective. I wouldn't be able to put. I wouldn't like talk you off that. But
I'm just saying,
A little bit
if,
wide.
if the Chiefs,
Gifted.
you'd
they've
really
been
be.
gifted.
How about this? Forget about winning. Would
Yep.
you'd be shocked if the Chiefs were in the Super Bowl?
Shocked, absolutely floored.
The Chiefs.
Absolutely floored. The Chiefs.
I mean,
Floored.
the Chiefs might be playing Buffalo in Buffalo for the championship again this year. They're the 2 seed right now.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, are you sold on the Steelers?
Record. They should
Are
have
the
a losing
Steelers a good
record.
team?
Somehow the guys fumbled the snap.
There's so much parity in the NFL. Is what his
This year's
saying.
NFL, I think, when I say like a Pete joke, I just mean it's just like, man, you can't really get a feel on a team,
Yeah, I could feel that.
right? I mean, who's really clocking it on all sides of the ball? You think one team's you look like, all right, you're going to get one here. No one's who's clicking on all cylinders. The Lions were for a couple weeks, and then they had a whole home game, although they still covered against the Titans, and then they laid an egg there at home. So it's like, man, whoever you think's going to keep rolling along, they kind of get tripped up somewhere or have a couple clunkers in a row where they don't cover the number for you. Who's the best covering team this year? I don't even know.
The Lions.
Are they really?
Yeah, 2 years in a row. Bro,
See, I don't get wrapped up into that spot. 9-3, I guess I should. But again, when they're laying 10, 14, 13 points, I'm not even – yeesh.
All right, I'm
yeah.
Almost-
Chris Warren, I did say that last year about the Chiefs. I did. I'm not this convicted. Like, I was convicted. I was pretty convicted that the Chiefs were not going to win the Super Bowl, but I wasn't like stomping my foot like I am now that they're a mediocre football team at best. Like, it's not the same because Patrick Mahomes completely changed that equation with how he's performing. And I know you put the ball in his hands down one possession late in the game or tied late in the game. You don't want to see Patrick Mahomes in that situation. Don't get me wrong. Patrick Mahomes is elite, the best. I don't want to talk shit about him like that, but this team is mediocre, and they will. I will be floored, seriously floored, if they make the Super Bowl, let alone win it.
But they find ways to win, man. That's what they're just a good team.
They block a field goal, they get a flag. The guy fumbles the snap. Yeah, there's a ton of ways.
That's the crazy thing. Like you're saying,
like, come on, the Raiders, they fumble the snap in field goal position. Like, that's fucking outrageous. Dude, that's outrageous.
that
How
was
does that
too
happen?
much.
How does that fucking happen, bro? Oh, they block a kick. Oh my god, they're awesome.
they are.
Andy Reid's seen. He's seen that the left guard, he was vulnerable, and he fucking rushed 3 at the guard. Like, that's
Let's go through their what if schedule. Opening day versus Baltimore.
Yeah, it was
You
good
get a couple
win.
turnovers on the other side of the field.
They deserved that win.
You think they deserve that win?
Yes. I know it came down to a toe tap in the back of the end zone.
Okay, how about Cincinnati the next week?
Cincinnati,
26-25.
they should not have won that game.
How about Atlanta 22-17? They tackled the guy in the end zone.
They should not have. They should be 1-2 right there.
1-2.
Chargers should
Chargers
have been a penalty. I mean,
Chargers 2-2. Saints 3-2. San Fran 2018, I guess 4-2.
4-2.
Raiders 27-17. The Tampa Bay game, overtime game.
Wait, 27-17 Raiders.
Right, the first-
was that the spot? Was that the spot where we seen the fucking? Let me see.
The Denver game, they lose at Buffalo. Carolina, I mean, they could really have lost their last 5 games. But crazy thing, and listen, I'm no Chief lover.
The Falcons.
I'm not walking around with Kansas City like, hey, check out my Christian Okoye jersey. But these cats, they're not even playing good, and they're 11-1.
Sick. It's sick.
They're not even playing good.
Seems like you're a Chiefs fan.
Sick.
wow.
It's bizarre.
So Dan Kelly gave out the Cavs live plus 540.
We'll win the Super Bowl, says Kirk.
The Cavs cash. Last week, Dan told us that the Cavs that he was very concerned that the Hawks. Oh shoot, we have our next guest. Where you go? Sorry, my head was down. But he said that the Cavs would. He was very concerned that the Hawks would beat the Cavs in both games coming up. They did that. You must listen to everything that Dan is saying. You must.
Oh yeah, I agreed.
He's an absolute monster. Let's bring our next guest here onto the show. I've got everything. I think I've got everything now. All of our action. We'll add live and all that. But I've got everybody's action. So we'll go over the rest of everybody's action. There's some great stuff here. Kevin Campbell off a huge day. So many of you guys are off huge days. Ricky Levine, 21st till the 31st. I'll be in Los Angeles. So many of you guys are off huge days, and I would have loved to have given you your flowers, giving you guys shouts out for the huge days that you had, but I was so caught up in copying and pasting because having everybody's action is so important. But let's bring on our next guest. He is one of the stars of the NBA OG show on the Ski Profit YouTube channel. He's a huge part of Pub Sports Radio, and he is also an enormous part of the Who Bangin' Sports Talk. Please welcome our friend, I love capping with this gentleman, our guy, Mr. Wham Bam 3000. Wham Bam, what's good?
Yes, sir. What's good with the people, man? How y'all doing, bro?
I didn't hear the clapping, the applause.
I know.
I was trying to bring him in. But I was about to press the wrong button. And then I had to stop that button. You know what I'm saying? It was about to go crazy real quick. That was not the button to press. This is not the stream for that. You know what I'm saying? And maybe kids in the background. Shout out Higgies, man. What's going on, Mr. Higgs? What's going on with Billy?
I don't think I've been on. I think I was on with you like once before. You're just on Twitter. I just followed you on the Twitter world, fella.
Yeah, man. Shout out to you, bro. Dave then slid in as well. Shout out to you, Dave.
Dude.
Shout out to our guys, man. What's up with the people, man? I'm all right, bro. I'm hanging in.
You got a nice little radio voice there, fella. This is nice.
Appreciate you, bro. Appreciate
like smooth jams with Wham.
It's soothing.
See? Hey, that's what she said.
You know what the craziest part is?
That
when
is what
you
she
see
said.
him in person, don't let the screen deceive you. Wham is fucking huge. Wham
He's a giant.
6'6".
Nah, we do all that.
No,
Hey, Dan Kelly, you said Dan had the Cavs. I had the Cavs.
Is that why he's holding his mic? Because if it's on the desk, it's too low. He's got to like bring it up to his face.
no bullshit. No bullshit.
bro,
I saw Wham at first. I was like, whoa. Nobody told me Wham was like 6'6". I was like, wow. And I'm
right here about that.
like,
Yeah, I gotta go buy another one. Gotta go to Guitar Center. Go buy another one, man. So I'm holding it from right now. But we did cash this Cavs money line, bro. Shout out to that. And now we're on to the
Shanny with the fake sweep trap. You don't see that shit, bro. You don't see that shit in the NFL. Like, this is innovative shit every week you see with the 49ers.
Wham Bam, what is your action on the Sunday Nighter here?
McCaffrey touchdown -110. It's about time, man. About damn time. That's all I'll say.
Love
you know
it.
what I mean? Other than that, that was the only thing I locked in. I was wanting to get on this under, but I kind of heard a little bit from what you're saying. I think we may be able to get a live under here, so I'm gonna just stick around, see if I get a live under here. But it looked like the under is even going up a little bit. 45.
It is snowing like crazy. Isn't that so funny?
yeah, bro. This looks terrible.
It is considering you said it wasn't going to snow till later.
It said 0% and then 10%. But it's these squalls, man. You can't trust. Don't you think this line would have moved if they thought it was going to be snowing like this?
Yeah, I wish I lived there.
This looks like different snow than the Cleveland snow.
The snow translates to points, I feel like.
Of the Cleveland, or what was that? Pittsburgh, like Pennsylvania snow and upper New York snow ain't the same snow. Like, I'll tell you that.
Dude, Lake effect snow. My brother's up there. Like, he wakes up, there's no snow. He went out to like Walmart, whatever. Came out, there's like a foot of snow on the ground in like 45 minutes. He's like, what?
The
lake snow's crazy.
Different, Higgsy. Tell him, man. That's
Lake snow is different.
Buffalo is the armpit. I don't care where you say. That's the armpit of America right there. And it has horrible weather too. Man, oh man, what a horrible place.
I love Buffalo. I love the tough American cities. I just became so enamored with them being so close to we're so close here to like
It's
Buffalo,
like an hour. Yeah. It's
Cincinnati, but even Cincinnati, Pittsburgh, I loved those cities. Like I Detroit. I immediate compassion for Detroit. If they allowed the kids in the swimming pool at Caesar's Palace, I'd be there 4 or 5 times a year. But they don't allow kids in the pool, and like, what am I supposed to? I got a 3-year-old and a 7-year-old. Like, it's just, I love Detroit, love Buffalo. Detroit's the best, I would say, of all those. Like, Detroit's so much fun to party.
I've never been to Detroit. I've been to every other one you said, and they're all kind of stink. Not the greatest in my opinion, but Buffalo's the worst. And right across on the other side, like St. Catharines and Niagara and all that, I love that area. That's great. You go across the river, and
yeah, I mean, I don't know. Fort Erie racetrack's pretty fun right across from Buffalo too, but I love Detroit. It's such an incredible city, and I think, and it's building back up. And
you see Brock Purdy though; he's from Arizona, so
pickle flavor.
He gets a little flustered when the snow starts falling. It's third down,
but he played
pass. He played Iowa. Where did he play?
In college.
I like that Billy's in his house and not in that little shack.
Where did he play, Jimmy?
Purdue.
Yeah, he played in the Midwest. But he's from Arizona, and you could tell, like, I mean, the Purdy of last year would have hit that pass on time, probably would have been a first down. I mean, all he had to do was plant his feet, just give himself a half a second more before he delivered the pass. That's not a good sign, like, to me, and I'm on the 49ers, so.
Yeah, I don't think the 3.5 is quite what we're looking for the Buffalo Bills, but the live totals at 42.5. I think we're in a great place for that full game under. Wham Bam, did you move on the under? Or did you stay off of it?
I stayed off of it for now, so I might, if it continues to drop, I might not ever get back on it here. But we got McCaffrey TD so far, so I'm not really itching for action right now either, because we just got a big play with the Cavs, so. It was scary too.
I'll take a little under action. I'll take a bite out of the under right now.
Donut Silk says Cleveland's great as well. I had so much fun.
That's my favorite. I just put it in the chat. That's of all the ones you said. Yeah, I love Cleveland. Cleveland was extremely fun. I've only been there once, but I enjoyed it immensely. And I haven't been there since they have casinos now downtown. I haven't been there since they put it.
I love the way they keep the
I'm backed off of that. I'm backed off.
I'm looking forward to going to Toledo. Toledo seemed like a good town too.
I've not been to Toledo, but they keep the lights on of the baseball stadium, so it lights up that downtown.
Yeah, Jacobs Field. Yeah.
On that core, just I love it downtown. It's fucking dope. Oh, Purdy's Iowa State. Jeez, I screwed that up.
Look at these guys out there with their fucking shirts off and shit.
I just grabbed an under 44 minus 115.
Yeah, Purdy's Iowa State. Why did I say Purdue? Long day. Good call. Thank you, Jim W. Putt, my man. Okay, now that we have got a break, we've got the live total at 42.5, spread at 3.5. It's 43.5 your DraftKings. Shout out to Swiggy who's hooking this all up for us. I'd like just to go over the last bit of action here from the cappers in the chat that I grabbed at the very end. Sancho, Niners money line. Sancho letting his big balls dangle. Chris Warren laddering Kittle up to 79.5. Talk about big balls. He's got under Purdy 19.5 rush yards. Res Mob on Kittle's over 3.5 receptions. Says nice and square, gotten early. Res Mob, man. If you guys haven't hung out with him, he's been to one of our Pubaloozas. The guy has money in the bank. Just legit as you get. A Big Show picks. He's got both teams to score 1 rushing down plus 120. Over 1.5 Mac Hollins receptions. Over 1.5 Ricky Pearsall receptions. Over 2.5 Amari Cooper receptions. He also has Bills plus 3.5. Allen 2 passing touchdowns. Allen 225 passing yards. James Cook anytime touchdown plus 675 for Big Show picks. Thomas Kane's got McCaffrey receiving yards. Philly Eagle Flyers sprinkled overtime and Bills tie. So interesting. So Bills first half tie, full game 28-1, overtime 13-1. Tariq B's SGP, McCaffrey 50 plus, Cook 50 plus, and Bills money line. That's plus 206 with a boost. Chris Warren, McCaffrey under 100.5 rush and receiving. I just can't understand. And, I was hoping that I would say this. I said this to Troy. I was like, Troy, why is this total not dropping? Is it because Cleveland-Pittsburgh went way over in the snow? Why? How could this? I kept asking him. I was like,
the points didn't come in that game until the snow started hitting too, Jim, right?
Yeah. But I was like, why? It's so funny that it's blizzarding like this when it's it's Buffalo weather, man. We had who was that in the chat? We had we got a bunch of Buffalo cappers rocking with us, but we had who was it?
I moved on the
Nick.
under.
You did move on it?
I did. Oh yeah, I said it a few minutes ago. Yeah,
Did you move on live or pre?
live.
Oh, I love it. What'd you get?
I got a 44 and a 43.5
Oh,
right
perfect.
away.
Perfect.
Yeah, it's 44 now. I saw it was at 41.
Nick Geschel says, I live 10 minutes from the stadium. Anyone that didn't see this snow coming is not from here. And then he laughs. I love it.
I try to split my bets up across multiple books just because I don't want to be limited. And the more you bet, the more red flags you're going to raise.
Yeah, no, that's true. Mel has Bills -2 to finish a +368 parlay and Ducks team total over 2.5. Financially free and focused 49ers +7 in the over 44. He's also on the 49ers team total over 19.5. Steven Martinez on Jennings over 50.5. 320 CLK bought a half point, took the Niners +7. Big Scott's SGP. Oh, yeah. Big Scott's SGP. Kittle over 3.5 receptions. Cook over 14.5 carries. Allen touchdown. Cooper over 31.5 rush yards. Under 45. That's 15-1. Chris Warren. Juwan Jennings anytime touchdown +350. Philly Eagles flyer as Bills exact win margin 1-6 to +310. Chris Warren as Debo over 6.5 rush yards. Nukeworker double result for the Bills. Our guy Nukeworker, he'll be rocking with us tomorrow night live. We have Wrench Mob on longest field goal under 47.5. That's the pipe wrench play of the day. Jesse Nunez on the Bills first half -3.5. Chris Warren on longest field goal under 48.5. Destro George Kittle anytime touchdown. 2 of them at 20-1. Gerardo Hernandez is on Allen 21 pass completions, 235 pass yards, 2+ passing TDs, and Bills win a +425. Lucas Ryan on the 49ers +13.5 and the under 52.5. Jesse Nunez on the over 45.5. Donut Silks on the Bills money line, the over 41. That's a +100. Chris Warren on Moody over 1.5 field goals, a +125. Donut Silk's longest field goal over 48.5. And Dougie Wise, Buffalo to win. McCaffrey at least 4 receptions. Russo at least 1 sack. Cook under 15.5 carries. And again, Cook under 15.5 carries. That's at +600. So that's everybody's action. I'm going to add in all live action. Kevin Campbell, love seeing you cashing. That is the snow falling like this is so funny. You just can't trust weather reports when you got when you're right on the lake, man. I love it. I fucking love it, man. I love it. I love it. Live total 42.5. Spread 3.5.
It looks cold, windy, snowy out there.
It's not that cold. That's why it's snowing so hard. Well, that's
but
it's
look
not
at
that cold.
some of the players' reactions. Like when they take a big hit, you could tell they feel a little bit stung when it's cold, and you take a hit like that, like you feel it. Like it's unexplainable how you feel when you get smoked, or you get you get your bell rung when it's freezing cold, and the wind's hitting you like that. It's not the snow, it's the wind. It's the wind. And it's coming.
I love playing sports in this
And the wind effect, the snow doesn't hurt the total. It's the wind.
Yeah.
No, George selling the shit out of me right now. I'm loading up money on FanDuel right now. People think, the wind, the snow helps. I'm telling you right now, if you ain't ever been up to Buffalo around this time of year in the snow, nah, man, I'm betting under. Fuck that.
Kirk Gray says, I still think this game goes over. If you guys remember, Kirk Gray was adamant that Steelers-Cleveland game would go over. Adamant. He was like, this game's going over. I'm betting it heavy. And it flew over at the end. So Kirk Gray was adamant in the last snow game that would go over. So it's pretty easy to yeah, Kevin. I was just, it's Kevin, I don't write my own weather reports. Kevin.
Right.
Really?
Are they bitching about that you said that it was not going to snow? Like it's your fucking fault? Like you're God?
No, hey, look, I was on the under. Look, I'm happy it's snowing, but Kevin, I didn't go outside with my.
I was just going to say that. How dare you not fact check?
People will bitch about everything.
No, it's all good. It's all good.
Now you got to fact check that shit, Jimmy. Stop doing that again. Don't do that.
He's like, they're saying it's a 1% chance of snow in the fourth quarter. People turn on the TV. They're making snowmen in the concession stand.
Kevin, my weather report on Tuesday was snow showers, 21 Fahrenheit. It's going to snow if Purdy's in, bet the under. The weather report on Tuesday was money in the bank. Yeah. The weather report right before the game was not quite as good.
That's funny, bro.
Jim,
Wow.
donut skills, I think it's a little bit different. I didn't think they were expecting this much snow at this portion of the game. In the Cleveland game, they knew the snow was coming at halftime, so they prepared for it.
Wrench Mob, my friend, we love having you here. I got a wonderful opportunity from Ricky. I've copied and pasted that. Ricky, thank you, man. I will be in touch with you for sure about all of that. Let me copy and paste that right there. Let's get that here. And then Susie Easton in the house, ready to go. Great to see you, Susie. This is going to be fun.
I agree with Lexicon, like, with how in cahoots the mob is at this point. When I say the mob, I'm talking about, the global elites that run shit around here. You laugh at me.
They're running the NFL.
We were laughing at the way you said mob definition.
Dude, mob shit exists. Whether you talk about any market you could imagine, mob shit exists. Like that's pretty. How can we not say that maybe whatever weather report we're receiving is not manipulated in some way, shape, or form? When how much money is going to be bet on a primetime game?
Let's talk about the election, okay? Let's do that, and then we'll go way down that rabbit hole.
Both sides cheated in the election.
I understand that, but
They definitely manipulated the injury news report because, like, why wouldn't they?
Why wouldn't they? It makes too much sense.
In the Cleveland-Pittsburgh game, we saw vulnerable tackling. We were talking about how, wow, Pittsburgh's D, doesn't look quite strong. But we knew Cleveland's D had holes tackling. Here, these two defenses are here to play, man. Feels a little different.
Yeah.
Feels way different from the Cleveland.
Even the snow looks different.
I'm telling you, if you've never been to Buffalo and Cleveland, Pittsburgh area, like that little Ohio, Pennsylvania area, way two different types of cold.
All right, I'm going to put some ice in my drink here. I'll be very quick.
Buffalo is frigid cold.
It's coming down that it's like on an angle that, like, how can you even lift your head up and see?
Bro, I'll tell you what. There's a different that armpit part of the world right there is bitter cold. I haven't been to Minnesota. I haven't been to Minnesota, which I heard because the wind coming down from Canada, like the plains in Canada, is really cold. But I've been in the middle of South Dakota with the wind blowing. I've been in negative 20-degree weather. But
I'll give you an example.
Buffalo, it's different. It's different in Buffalo.
I'll give you an example. People vacation to the Poconos around this time.
Yeah, because
they go up there to go fuck around the snow because it ain't that bad. They vacationed up to Buffalo, upper New York, bro. I'm telling you, man, it's too cold. Like that's like prime example. Like the Poconos is one of the most popular winter destination travel locations.
I think people take for granted the guys playing with no sleeves.
Right there. Right there.
You gotta stay up some way, right? Right there.
You got a touchdown.
Ray Davis.
Right.
First TD.
Like
I'm
Billy. Like in Jersey, it's snowing. I'm out there with like a sweatshirt, hoodie on because I got the bald head, but I got shorts on and sneakers shoveling snow. I can do shorts in snow. I don't care.
So if you're wearing that in Jersey, what are you wearing in fucking the middle of Houston in humid ass June and July? Nothing. You're naked.
I just wear Speedos. I walk around Speedos.
Never.
I try to wear the shortest, tightest shorts ever, booty shorts.
Was just thinking of my man Big Scott catching that Ray Davis anytime touchdown plus 6.
Great call, Big Scott. Great call.
And I guess Kirk's sitting there smiling, saying this game's going to go over. Gotta be feeling good about that. I think this is going to be a really fun football game.
Always, Swiggy. Rock those cargo shorts.
Might be time for me to get on this under, though.
What is it now? 44.5. I got 43.5. DraftKings has 42.5. So we're right at that initial number.
Something is telling me that the San Francisco may be able to drive down here. So maybe I'll hold down.
Any of these
Oh,
guys.
if San Francisco goes down and scores quick, I'll be on the under with you, no matter what the number is.
Yeah.
And not only will I live bet the under, I don't think it'll be under 3. If the Bills are ever under 3, I'll bet them immediately. They were 3.5 at last opportunity.
I'm looking
Ice
good with
Viking.
my rush attempts and my completions. I got 4 completions from Allen in the first quarter. That's pretty good. And then I got 2 rushing attempts from him too on my way to 7.5.
We have an interesting comment from our friend Ice Viking Higgsy.
Oh, Ice Fan, I'm so sorry to hear that. I shaved him up that day. I sent
Yeah.
Jimmy a cheese grater pic of the nice Parmesan cheese. I think they're a little better looking right now. I don't know.
Bro, please, can we not do this?
That's hilarious.
Yeah, all right, let's talk about this, Wham. People are upset about my ashy Larry feet that I got looking,
Well,
right?
18 years, Higgsy. You've had it for 18 years.
Just think about our fella, we won't mention any names, who's knocking guts in, pushing guts into 70-year-old women. What does that look like? You're worried about my ankles? And
Oh,
the bottom of my
God.
feet?
I don't worry about the
We
wrong.
got a guy here crushing
Y'all
great
worried
grandmas?
Oh, shit, man. I'll knock that a little old bitch. But
Oh, yeah. No, that's very appealing to me.
You just want to go attack a giant piece of old roast beef that's just hanging there.
If someone's got a foot fetish, just send him a pic of Higgsy's heels. You could be like you could create your own little group to get people with foot fetishes off of the.
Really? No, I'm
Off
telling
of
you, $+ daddy. That's the OnlyFans.
Shout out to Kevin Campbell. Kevin Campbell, now a member of We Be Seven. Coming off a monster day, Kevin Campbell, my man. Shout out to you, Kevin Campbell. Thank you for rocking with us.
Kevin. Shout out to you, Kevin. Appreciate you, bro. And yeah, man, Parmesan cheese. Hilarious.
no, that's how you fuck around and get your foot amputated, man.
I don't know about that, bro. You gotta eat
Be
stuff.
real, bro. Be real. Hey, you gotta see a doctor,
Yeah,
dog.
If you don't like lotion up, that's just like you just bad skin on your feet. That's all that is, just bad skin.
Exactly. It's just dry. Listen, I go to Vegas a couple years in a row. I just wore like my little sandals walking around like a
Right. Oh yeah, that's gonna do it right there.
It just like melted my feet.
But see,
It's
that's
never-
when that's
You
when I
just need the sand in the ocean. What was the other fucking thing you said? You just stand in the
Yeah, he
ocean?
just makes
Oh
up.
yes. So listen, the slow water helped it out a lot, but then I didn't do it. But I kept going out there like a moron and walking barefoot.
I mean, go back to the biblical days when people just walked around with sandals in the desert anyway. So shit,
Yeah.
same thing.
Yeah, my feet are all right. I mean,
Hey,
I'm
get the
fine.
fuck out of here, man. Technology didn't change. Life didn't change.
Hey man, hey.
Mel says
Treat yourself better, right?
Mel says we are a couple weeks away from pond hockey season. This is the first winter of outdoor rinks with my son skating and my daughter skating.
Sorry.
I am so excited. I mean, now one thing that I often do is I romanticize things like, oh, I'll be out on that outdoor rink 2 or 3 times a week. I would like to follow through with it. It's one thing to say it, and it's another thing to actually be out there with the kids. So I want to be called out on it. I don't want to just talk about this shit and not do it. So I'm really excited to get out there. He can skate now. 3 years old, he can skate.
That's tight.
It's not stepping on the ice. He's skating.
That's tight.
Yeah, man. And he knows there's only one job. He's got to be the fastest player on the ice or we go home.
Just love the comment section. Just totally trying to repair my feet.
There's a lot of support. But they don't realize it's been 18 years, that there must be some sort of thick joy you get out of it.
Barry Watson says yum.
Nice.
There probably are some sick fuck out there in the world that would probably pay to look at that shit.
100%. I'm telling you.
Oh yeah,
they're fucking weird freaks.
we
All
talked about it. Yeah,
Yeah.
foot
Right.
picks, but disgusting, right? But
All
disgusting.
right. Well, you know what?
I said to Higgs, I
With
will
pulse,
draw up a PowerPoint. I am qualified 4-year degree in marketing, minor in social media. I will do the social media. Higgs, come on, man. We're here.
For the foot channel.
for everything. TikTok, the Instagram.
I'm gonna say Pub gets definitely more views than my YouTube, but we should run a poll. Like, should I do the $+ Daddy OnlyFans?
I think I'm lying to you. Do I gotta grab the diploma? I mean, this is like life job.
What would your content be with the foot? Like, what would you be like walking on, like
Just
putting
different liquids. Before he tells us, let's hang. No, that's not what we want to see. Those feet do nothing for us. Those are the tiniest little feet I ever seen, man. That must be a weird angle.
Nobody wants to see like little size 7s.
That must be the weird angle because he's a tall dude. He can't have tiny feet.
They want to see the big 13 inches. They like the
That
big
would look
meat.
like pretend feet. That look like a little doll's foot.
I know. I think those are my donors with their colorful socks on.
No, he'll have to show us his feet again and prove that he doesn't have tiny ass little feet. And we'll hear Hugsy's story here. But let's bring on our next guest. Our next guest coming to us from Las Vegas, Nevada. Now we'll get right back to the foot talk, but we also have to get action from our next guest, the star of the Hitting the Books YouTube channel. Here with, and now I was always very pensive about getting him
on our 7 wide. What is that?
I don't know. Those look pretty small. I was always pensive about inviting him to these Sunday nights because he always had a huge slate of football on Mondays for Hitting the Books. That's no longer. So I'm gonna be asking him to be here every Sunday night now that we're kind of through the conference schedules here in college football. Please welcome from Las Vegas, Nevada, Migga Mac Daddy in the house, CMC Music Factory. What's good?
That was one of your best ones. I got to give it to you right there, Jim. Yeah. You already had some drinks in you? Sorry, I got some yelling in the back here. What's up, gentlemen? How we doing?
CMC, what's your action here?
I don't have any action here. I want to get it. I've already looking at it with McCaffrey. I had his receiving yards last week, cash, and he's already had a few. I'm kind of kicking myself I didn't get on it. So they've already dumped it off to him a few times. We'll see here at halftime. I'll get on some here. I didn't know how this was going to play out with all the snow in this game. You know, Purdy's fucking above his shoulder, the whole yaya and gaga.
Yeah. No, I feel you. I'm on the under 44.5. I still feel good about it, but Kirk Gray feels very confident on the over. He cashed it with aplomb the last time we were in a snow game here, so we'll see it again. Kirk Gray says, would you recommend living in Costa Rica? Yes, heavily. Very much so. Very much so. But again, if I would probably live where SBR was in Escazú. Oh wow! Oh, but a flag. We'll have to see how this bangs out.
What just happened there? Why did he throw it like that?
I don't know why he threw it. It looks like he's dejected, so the flag is a non-issue. Damar Hamlin, man, what a monster! Oh, and do we get this cash for our guy, Truth Teller?
No, it was illegal contact. We're good.
It's on defense. Yep. Damn. All right.
Yep.
Automatic first down.
Automatic first down. Yeah. McCaffrey getting this touchdown, y'all.
I don't think. See, the Costa Rica is tricky. We can talk a little bit more about it, but plus money. We can talk a little bit more about it, but the Caribbean side's where the water is most beautiful. Is they tell you you don't go. You get robbed immediately. Kind of thing. The Pacific side's where all the resorts are, and honestly, I don't think I want to live my whole life. I don't like the easy life being on the ocean. I don't want to live I don't really want that every day.
Something just happened. That was very strange.
What was that? Yeah.
He's hurt. The Lakers don't play defense. God damn.
No, he's hurt. CMC's hurt.
He got hurt. He got the ball and he just went straight to
he's running off immediately.
I've never seen Bet 365 since Devontae Adams when he got traded to the Jets. All for
that's a no. He's done.
Anytime touchdown odds boost, I said, nah, bro, I'm good off that.
No,
he's done. See, this is the shit. Like
he would have gutted that out. That's an injury. You saw an injury happen. He tore something. I'm telling you.
Oh, he's done. He's done.
Yeah,
classic.
Yep.
Or
he tore something for sure.
Or
he's done. That's done for the year. Done. That's it.
Yeah.
I don't mean to be so dramatic. I shouldn't be like that. But
It's the truth. That guy giving up. He's not fucking what's his face Richardson. What's that guy's first name?
Trent
Richardson.
No.
Anthony?
That looks like a hammy.
Anthony.
Whoa, yo, you don't fucking disrespect Anthony Richardson. He put the team on his fucking back today, man.
Well, he still has a
Still
career.
sucked.
Yeah.
Still threw for 109 yards and 2 picks, but yeah.
He put the team on his back today, man.
It's
They've
too
had-
bad the Raiders couldn't have kicked that field goal and beat the Chiefs, because then the Patriots' worst record would still be live. The under 4.5 wins at plus 130 is still, you can be hopeful with it.
Where's the rushing prop come up here for Mason?
Susie Easton says definitely want to live in Costa Rica. Susie came down when I was down there, so she knows. You know, I would go to Escazú where I was and then go to the beach whenever I wanted
I
instead
lived
of.
for a few years, but I don't know about living a whole life down there, though. Like, a bit much.
I would like to live a whole life.
I told my daughter, I said, if you want to go, I'll make a call. You could go down there and work in a place as an operator. Since you speak good English, go down there.
Oh my God, we could get her a job in the books tomorrow. Seriously, if anybody is interested in that, you can hit me on DM, and it'll take a while to like. It's not something you just will happen immediately, but if that is something that interests you, it's not that difficult.
Like if you're on a run and you needed to find asylum.
They can catch you now in Costa Rica. We've had a couple people caught down there.
Yeah.
Facial surgeries, different hair, aliases, and they get busted.
Sorry, guys. No asylum. Sorry.
Well, it didn't work for Loshak. We figured out he's Jose's dad. So
Yeah, that was pretty easy to figure out.
If you on the run.
I was going to say, you puffs, Daddy.
I said this is why this was my explanation for the under CMC. My explanation was I need long drives from Purdy and Moody will miss field goals.
Yeah, that he missed field goal.
Now I don't know if I'll still get the under, but that is exactly what we just saw.
Man, this is horrible.
I mean, I feel like just in general, I mean, the game's still early. There's a lot of game. Anything can happen. Football's football, but you're asking for a lot, man. In each like category, I feel like of like sports of like you need the offensive line to hold up. You need Purdy to come back and look good. You need the run game to look all right. You need Moody. You're asking for a whole lot. Like once you start doing that, like how many factors do you have to factor to? You just have to say, just fuck it. I'm on the other side. Like
Moody looks awful. Oh man, Phil Eagle, you were imp. You were imp, Phil Eagle. Oh my God, I gotta copy and paste that. You were my guy, man. You were imp. Okay, I'll put that right into the Ricky Levine thing. I can't believe you were imp, my man. Ronnie Loftus. Lexicon, by the way, says he's from Panama, very close to Costa Rica. Panama is incredible, incredible. I wish I had more time down there. We only went to Bocas del Toro, but that was phenomenal. But I mean, having Panama there. Colombia. I never went to Colombia. I hate it. A huge regret, but great spots there. Ronnie Loftus saying Freddie's dry humor. Yeah, I wanted to stay there. I wanted to live the rest of my life there. We were going to have Carter, and I didn't really have much of a leg to stand on when I tried to stay down there. It's too bad, but I tried. I pushed hard to stay down there.
Shout out to the chat, everyone in here.
Yeah,
Appreciate it.
More Pancho. We were in Escazú. San Jose is not a nice city. But Escazú is pretty dope. All of the areas around there were great. All the little enclaves and there's a lot of money down there. Now I left before the pandemic. I heard the pandemic was really tough on it. But I'm sure it's kind of bounced back by now. Blank asking about taking a live under. I mean, no, Blank. I think unless you really believe that the X's and O's will take this under 39.5, there was plenty of opportunities to get it a higher number, and maybe you should. I don't know. I don't ever take unless I'm like have such conviction that there will be a very low scoring game, which I don't at this point. There goes CMC. He's walking okay though. He's
go back to the
He
locker.
looked like a hammy. He
yeah,
looked
he's
like
going back to the locker room.
They said he's questionable to return.
So my question is this:
That'd be great.
You're at the Bills game. Like, how do you keep yourself warm?
Jesus.
Questionable. Questionable is not bad though. I'll take questionable than doubtful.
He's walking back to the locker room. He's fucked.
Wow.
I think he might come back, bro.
Nah, bro. When you walk back
Is
to
that
the
a
Wow. Ty.
James Cook.
Oh,
So now, if you want the under, now is when you'd move.
James Cook, baby.
it's about as
Great call. Great call. A lot of James Cook backers.
it's about as bad 15 minutes here for the 49ers as
Oh
it
my
can get.
God.
Holy shit. McCaffrey gone, missed field goal, touchdown Bills.
Nah,
All
I
right,
think you're
yeah.
good on the
I took the Bears next week plus 6.5.
That just took the soul out the 49ers. You watch your leader walk back to the locker room. You're thinking, shit, not again. Defense just got bled up, an 80-yard touchdown. Might be one of them ones. They might be looking at themselves in the locker room like, man, let's get the fuck out of here.
Wow, you got the Blair.
Nasty,
the Bears.
Nate.
You got the Bears plus 6.5.
Yeah.
Bigsy? Oof. You're going to destroy that line.
I'm taking PJ Washington in this Dallas Maverick game over 16.5 points. I cashed the 15.5 points yesterday. We're going right back to the well. It's only 1 point more. No Clay. Luka's still out. You know what I mean? Those boys are going to be able to play.
I didn't. You were talking hoops. I put it in the chat there. I put a little LaFloppy rebound and assist over 17.5. I think maybe it was 18.5. I don't remember.
Okay, I am moving on the under 46.5 live. Sending in right now.
Luka
Under
back.
46 in the live. Under 46.5 live.
Luka's back. My fault. Kyrie's out. That's what I'm meant to say.
I'll tell you what for next week, Jimmy. Too the Jags line was 2.5. Now it's 5.
Wow.
I'll tell you. I'll take Mac Jones in 5 against Tennessee next week.
I like where you're at there.
Are you kidding? 5? How's Tennessee? I mean, they got a defense. I want to lay 5 points with it though.
All right, I'm in. My first live bet here on the show. Something really interesting happened on Thursday, and it took me a lot, because it was a 12-hour stream. But live with you guys. Where is it here? Where's my? I thought I had it written down. I guess I don't.
Ducks scored again.
Oh, nice. I like the Ducks team. Live on Thursday with you guys. I made 6 live bets. So right now I'm 30-23 with you guys on these shows, plus just 5.0 units ROI plus 9.43%. Fine with it. I'd like to be hitting over 60% with you guys, but this was fascinating. I made 6 live bets. The first live bet I made, it lost every time on all 3 games. I bet it again at a worse number a little bit later, and those all 3 cashed, which is really interesting, and it makes me want to double down even when things go against me. Because I said the Chicago-Detroit over 43.5, it lost, but I doubled down on the 37.5 and it cashed. I took the Giants-Dallas under 42.5. That ended up losing, but I doubled down on the 47.5 when it was going against me. That cashed. Took the Dolphins plus 7.5, which lost, and I doubled down on the plus 13.5, which cashed. So I'm going to keep doing that. By the way, this has gone 5 cents against me. I could have got minus 105 on the under. It looks like they're betting the live over right now. But I thought that was very interesting here. Okay. Billy B. Bookmaker says Washington 42 points on that Tennessee defense. And Mel saying tomorrow a horrible spot for the Stars. I'm also extremely interested in the Blackhawks first period plus a half. It wasn't available before the start of the show. So as soon as it's available, I plan on betting it. I really like that spot. Blackhawks first period plus a half. Let's bring on our next guest. He is the star of the #1 thoroughbred racing show in the world. And he's rocking with us on Sundays and Monday nights, and we enjoy it enormously. Steve G says wings plus 1.5. My overtime numbers are ridiculous. I just can't seem to cash an overtime game right now, so I know that will regress back to cashing some of them, but that pissed me off a lot today. Let's bring on our next guest. Think about the positivity. Our next guest brings so much joy to our shows and to our live streams. And now they have the better running back, Jordan Mason, on the field. Please welcome the star of the Razor Sharp Picks YouTube channel and Kick channel. Ready to turn it up. Please welcome our friend, Mr. Razor Sharp Picks. Razor, what's good, man? How are you?
Oh, man. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Salute to everybody. Appreciate y'all. What's going on, fellas?
Hey, Razor.
Tick, 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 tick.
What's your PayPal email? What's your PayPal email? Invoice being sent. But I agree with you. Tick, 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 tick. I'm on the under as well. I got under 45.
The seriousness in your face, though.
I was waiting. I thought it was just going to be a tick, tick, tick. But then you kept going with it. So then the copyright came up, popped up on my computer. I get it.
Oh, you missed a lot. You missed a lot.
Things you hate to see as a Green Bay Packers fan. The 49ers losing big time again. Things you hate to see. Things you hate to see.
The game's not over yet.
Oh, it's
We
over.
get back to boys this Thursday, Razor.
I just like to talk a little bit of shit to Dave while I can. It's been a rough couple years. He's got me a couple years in a row. So now when the Niners are down, I got to kick him a little bit. But, man, it's a big game. It's a big game Thursday. I like how the line's dropping in our favor. That's good. Public betting the Lions. Line's dropping a little bit. But, man, it's going to be a good one. It hurt today seeing the Vikings come back and fucking win.
Nah, that was great. That was great.
Catch the Cardinals plus 3.5. That was beauty. Catch Kyler Murray over rush yards. Shout out to Birdie. Fred Warner to the locker room now. Good God.
I ended up betting them live. The Vikings. I was like, what are these live underdogs are coming through? I ended up betting the Vikings at like plus 175, and then I'd bet the Bengals at like plus 300.
Benny moving live on the Jordan Mason anytime touchdown plus 125.
Plus 125, Mason anytime. I don't blame it.
His rushing.
What's the other guy?
Yes or no? Yes or no? Alabama should be in the playoffs.
No.
No.
Yeah, there's so much parity.
How do we put a 3-team in? This is ridiculous, folks.
I thought that was the rule, though. 3 losses, you can't get in. I mean, not written.
They got them in. They're in. They're in the playoffs. They're playing Notre Dame on Friday night.
Oh, they're already out. I fucking know that.
Are you kidding me? This is the shit. You know why, people? I didn't want a big fucking expand the playoffs nonsense.
This is what
they're in 6th place in the SEC. How about the other 5? The other 5 teams ahead of them all in the playoffs.
This is what we live for, Higgs. Everybody's gonna go to a window, bet that Bama bullshit.
I lived for when it was like, remember the 2 best teams would play? That's it. If you lost the game, your season was over.
They've already solidified the selection Sundays in a week, buddy.
Selection Sunday.
Yeah, well, we'll see what happens. I'm putting out there Notre Dame
Sunday
Friday.
Yeah, it's just the ranking.
Miami didn't get screwed. They're not a good team. They should have lost to Virginia Tech. They should have lost to Cal. They should have lost to Louisville. Their coach is a pile of dog poop, and that's what happens.
Poop.
I don't like the curse. I gotta get really riled up to do that. I'm on my way though. If Alabama gets in.
Wait, so Higgs.
Beat my children.
Understandable. You know, some people don't.
Oh, Razor. How many do I get, Razor? I have pregame bet on it, and I bet it live.
That's 2. That's 2 bets.
That's 2?
Wait, we got more than $100 on each?
Yes. Well, no, 100 on the live, 300 on the pregame.
Okay, so for every 100, you get 1. So that's 4. You get 4.
Oh.
4's a good deal.
Okay. And they brought out the punt group. Tick, 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 mother. fucking tick, baby. God, I love this shit.
That deserves a shot. Is that
No,
a punt?
for real,
You
for
know
real.
what we do on punts.
I'm about to start looking at the San Francisco team total under. They might not score.
God, I love this.
Of
I
like,
love this.
they don't score, but you know what I mean. Like 17.5 seems like a lot, bro. 2 touchdowns. They'd be fortunate to score 2 touchdowns.
Oh, just for quick clarification, I gave Jimmy 4. Philly Eagle Flyer. I'll see you at Delaware Park next week. Who else? Big Scott. That's a PayPal.
But shout out to Big Scott. It says, let's get sleepy. It's easy for him to say he already cashed the Ray Davis plus 650 anytime touchdown, man. Easy to relax after you cash at 650.
It's got me thinking about betting Isaac Garendo at plus 650.
That sounds like a don't you hear Spenny whispering that?
Well, Isaac Garendo action. I'm thinking about it, but we got to see how some of this game goes. Probably get better odds.
41 and a
Wow,
half.
this is fun. All right. We now have this live total of 41 and a half at DK here, spread 12 and a half. It's funny. In the Cappers contest, it's not funny. It was so embarrassing and it bothered me so much. But I started out 1-14 in the Cappers contest. And what a joke. What an embarrassment to the company. And then if the Bills cover here, I'll be 32-33.
Wow. What a comeback.
That's a comeback,
Yeah.
And also it's one thing coming but when you're like, I mean, that's not just falling behind. That's as embarrassing as you could possibly imagine. So it's makes me feel good to if Bills cover the 7 to come back. And also
Not the spots for him. No.
I told CMAC, I think I told you CMAC. Sorry, I'm tripping to who I told, but 5-0 for the Cappers for Pub Sports Radio Circa Millions. It's CMAC is our guy who puts in our action. So it's CMAC is a big part of our Pub Sports Radio Circa contest. I don't know if you guys know that, but he is our guy who puts it in each week. So he's a huge part of us. So CMAC, that action that you put in, we went 5-0. So we're now CMAC 37-27 and 1. And last year, about a week or two ago, like going to week 11 or 12, we were 10 games up and we had a chance for something special. We fell apart. I like this better. I like being the hunter. So you've been around the Circa Millions a lot for years and years, and I know you played both contests, but 37-27 and 1 at this point, there's some possibilities for us. Hey, what do you think will be like 500 right now? We'll probably be around 500 or 600, 10 games over 500. What do you think, C-Mac?
Yeah, I like the chances with it. It's interesting. It's if you played it a long time. I've cashed a couple times. Not the overall, but the weeks I have in the past. So the 3 weeks and the 6 weeks. This was the start. So that's it's always huge at the start of the 3-6 weeks, and then the 3 weeks, the mini ones. Like you go 14-1. That's just huge. You're definitely in the money with it. Even we and Jeff went on one. We went 13-2, and we still didn't get money 1 week. This was years ago, 4 years ago.
I had a 13-2 in the Westgate back in like 2012. I'm like, what the hell? That was the year Kelly went like 14-1. I'm like, you got to be kidding me.
Yeah.
I had like a push in there or something on a game in December. I was like, oh my god.
Yeah, so it's always even the full year is the best, which has been there, but those weeks, if you could just get hot, and when they start, it always means more. I always would check it, when the next 3 weeks, and then of course the 6 week is happening. So get red hot there, and you can make some dough.
So the final quarter is 6 weeks. Is that right?
This is the final quarter. Yeah, this is the first week of the final quarter. This week right here. Yeah.
So exciting. Okay,
What
that's
up,
so
Wham
exciting.
Bam?
Razor, my brother. What up, bro?
What's up, brother?
Yeah, I'm on the Nuggets money line, Nasty Nate.
Oh, I'm on your boyfriend's PRA.
What?
Really? No.
Ben Simmons?
Porter Jr.
We've moved our fandom on, Dave.
Well, we were in love with him a couple years ago, boy.
Christian.
I thought it was Ben Simmons.
Yeah, fandom sounds a lot better than boyfriend as well.
It was very strange how much Billy loved.
It's Christian Braun season, dog. He's the guy. You ever see the Nuggets pregame when they do this thing? Jokic chucks the ball down the court. Him and Christian Braun race each other. Russ is like the quarterback that like gets the race going. It's absolutely.
Yeah, what's his favorite color?
I have no idea, but Jokic and Christian Braun are like this, like locked in. So I keep on betting this player props.
Pass smash. See Nate.
Yeah, I was really happy. I want to cash that under 4.5 wins on the Patriots. Not the.
Well, that was great then.
Oh, it's huge, huge. I just wish the Raiders kicked that field goal. I wish there was a chance at that low at worst record. They're not the worst team in the league, but there's so much parity at the bottom, so much parity.
They're close. Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Nick asking if the Niners will cover 14. Shout out to Buffalo, Nick. We got Roy Harper, Buffalo Capper. We got a bunch of Buffalo Cappers in the chat. Nasty Nate says that your beard is 2 parts Fireball. Razor, any truth to that?
Come on, Razor.
I got nothing. That's a stupid comment. It doesn't even make sense. That doesn't even make sense.
Would it be
two parts?
What about 2 parts Mark Shimura? Sterling Sharp would be better.
Oh, man.
Don Minkowski.
Steve G in the house says, follow Christian Braun through high school, Cherry Creek, Colorado. Kid's an absolute stud. High school champ, college champ, NBA champ.
I didn't know who Christian Braun is. What's he play? Is he an NBA guy?
NBA, yeah.
He's
no idea.
He's on the Nuggets.
He's messing with us.
I'm dead serious. I don't know. I never heard of him before.
Don't you remember when the Nuggets won the NBA championship? White boy came off the bench.
I thought Joker was doing a white guy on Denver.
Oh man, don't remember his name is spelled Braun, but it's Christian Brown.
It's Brown, not Braun.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
No idea who the heck he is. No idea.
I thought it was Braun this whole time. It's not Braun. It's Brown.
Yeah, it's Brown.
Wow.
NBA. No betting allowed. Regular season.
I get it.
I can't. I retweeted. Somebody posted something. It's a 2-minute clip. I reposted it. It was the Lakers and the Suns. 2 straight minutes. It was live action. They didn't hit a shot. Seven missed 3-pointers, an air ball, a lob, little fadeaway floater miss, a turnover. 2 minutes and 7 seconds couldn't make a shot. 6-3. Just like this. It was like why I don't watch the NBA. I felt like saying yes, my friend. I totally understand. Terrible product.
God, I love it.
Love it.
I just don't. I've had.
I'll tune in June when the playoffs start. Get a little more better.
I would like. I think Wham Bam. Like the guys who get to focus all their time on NBA. It's a pretty fortunate life. It's so much fun. It's such a soap opera.
I didn't even know he's got the big NBA next to Wham there.
Yeah, Wham Bam's on. He's part of the OG show. With Bobano and it's funny. The OG show, C-Mac was the original OG on that NBA show. Man, he was the
guy.
original OG. But
I'm an alternate. But no, that it worked out. It's perfect. By the way, and Dutch too. I mean, I want him.
It's a great
those guys
group.
on there.
No, it's a great group, no doubt. I just think you guys are so. I think there's. I think college football is probably the most fun thing to cap. But if I could pick one sport and only cap that sport, it would probably be NBA. It's so situational. It's such a soap opera. You know, there's so much nonsense going on, and I love the nonsense.
Yeah, man. It's a beautiful mess. It is.
It is, man.
Blazers playing well here. They played well early in games too.
That's what it is. Too,
they're already up.
Them, Washington Wizards, Detroit. Those a lot of those bum ass teams played good in the first quarter.
I love them. You guys know them. The Wizards' first quarter is like my favorite bet in the league. I have such a healthy fear of NBA that if I don't have time to put into it heavy, I leave it alone. So right now I'm only betting it on Thursdays and Fridays.
Speaking of favorite bets, how about that Vegas at home first period over? Yeah. Friday, they come home after 12 days, cash 3 goals in the first period. Then they play again on Saturday, 4 goals in the first period. It's a money machine when they're at home.
I love it.
I know about that. Write it down.
Yeah, Vegas first period over at home has been a money maker.
It has been, Kelly. The lipstick on a pig, man. God, I remember that taxi. God, the Vegas now it changed because Uber is taking over, but Vegas taxi drivers used to be hilarious. Ubers have put them all into retirement.
Speaking of first quarter,
I used to always take taxis out there. I'd say, I'm not going to use the Uber. I'll go old school taxi, and they'd still run the old freaking runaround on you out there.
Oh, and they're disgusting cabs. Yeah,
I'm like, fella, I said, what are you doing? I've been here before. It's not my first time I come out here. I said, you would have had a nice $20 tip. I said, you're getting nothing. You'll get nothing from me. $67 to get to this trip. Get out of here. I said, you're an ass, bro. I said, hope Uber puts you out of business, fella. I'm going to download the app right now. And I did. And I've never, and actually, I don't use Uber. I use Lyft. I have to go opposite. Like everybody uses Uber, I use Lyft. Google, I'll use Bing. Apple, I got an Android. I'm always going to go. I'll take my Lyft. If actually, what a scumbag guy.
If the Bills score a touchdown here, I'm going to bet the under again.
Also, for anyone wondering, Vegas first period 9-2 to the over when at home this year.
Wow.
They play tomorrow?
Good money.
Not tomorrow, but they do play on Tuesday at home.
Good money.
And they're coming back off a road trip, right? Against St. Louis?
Write it down.
Well, they've had back-to-back home games now. This will be the third straight.
That's good money, bro.
St. Louis is playing the Jets coming back from a road trip.
This matchup went under 5 times in a row.
44-38 Pittsburgh was, do you remember this division a few years ago when these teams would play? It'd be just like, the total would be set at 38.5, 39.
That's another moneymaker. Tomlin as a dog.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Money again.
We need a field goal here or a missed field goal.
Can we get
3rd and goal from the 9-yard line? Allen's in shotgun.
Don't say
He's got 2 to his right, 3 to his left. Back to pass. He's got plenty of time. He throws it to the corner of the end zone.
No.
And it's a touchdown. Number 13, Mac Hollins.
All right, I'm going to bet this under again.
Let's see
it's not alive for me. What do we think we're going to get? Can they give me a 47.5?
46.5.
I want 47. If it's 46.5, I won't bet it. I already got 46.5. You think I get 47? It's 46 to DK. What am I going to get here?
That's a push off.
Wow.
Oh, did he get a second foot in? Let's see here. Yep. He did.
Might go
20-3. 41 seconds left. The extra point is up, and it's good.
because this is the end of the second quarter. You know what I mean? The halftime.
Okay, come on. Show me the number. No, I'm going to need the 49ers to try in the second half defensively.
Yeah.
I got 43.5, Jim.
I got 41.5. Are you sure? It must. What the hell?
Oh, now it's just went off the board.
What are you talking about? The total on this game?
Yeah, but it's all dark. It went from 43.5 to 41.5 back to 43.5.
I got 46.5.
Well, I got 44.5. Okay. All right. I guess no bet for me.
Yeah, 44.5 minus 130.
Wow. I got my 44.5. Now it just moved to 45.5.
Bet Rivers at 47.
Mine went to minus 111 from 130.
Now it's 46.5. Okay, we're climbing.
Mine's off the board.
Yeah, Rivers has 47 minus 115.
I got 46.5.
If they give me 47.5, I'll bet it. But I've already got 46.5. I'm not gonna.
Where are you at?
I'm in the cities, man. City, California.
Cali?
That's at the city, California. That's how you know I'm smoking some good shit right now.
Well, you said the cities, so I figured, I figured out. You said city, so I
I
figured.
love that city. It's my favorite city.
Is Compton?
I didn't want you to give it totally away. I figured just guessing what kind of where you were if you're in East Coast, West Coast, where you at.
Yeah, I'm on the West Coast. We'll be in Vegas, and sure enough, thinking about I could do a spontaneous trip this weekend, but I'm already coming out there the following weekend. NBA Cup will be out there. Then we got the Falcons against the Raiders Monday night game. I'll be in attendance on that one.
Ooh, nice.
Okay.
Yeah, so, it's gonna be a nice little trip.
You know, Wham Bam. I was going to Chargers Broncos, and it was flexed to Thursday, and now I'm not there till Friday.
Damn.
Oh,
Why they keep flexing the damn the Charger games?
Chargers are a good football team. Pops,
Yeah.
you know, I just these fucking head games. You know, Razor's dad, Bernie, supports our show, supports everything. My dad is convinced that you can't beat the books. Doesn't think I can beat it. He's, you know, I'm at a point now with my action where we can't talk about it. Don't, you know, like let's not. You know, if you don't agree with the amount I'm betting, we're not going to talk about it. It's like Scientology. You know, it's like you want to talk about my action, we'll never speak again. You know, so he doesn't. So you know, so he you know, they're asking like, why don't I send in his action? So he cashed. Oh, I don't think you knew this, Higgsy. So my dad sent 6 $300 bets to me and a bunch of $200 bets. He cashed every single 300. He'd cashed 6 in a row, $300 bets. And he'd lost 3 $20 bets in a row. And I was like, the only way I, you know, and I'm not sending him in, it's costing me a fortune. So I was like, I can get in his head by telling him that he's cashed 6 in a row, $300 bets. You know, let him think about it. Think, oh, when I'm that much more confident, I'm cashing them out. So I'm like, look, you've cashed 6 in a row, $300 bets, you know?
Up it.
Well, so now he's lost 2 straight. And this last one with the Atlanta was the first sharp action he's had in forever. But he was only betting it because he didn't take the Ravens against the Chargers. He was reaching because he'd made the mistake last week after losing the Senators Canucks. He was reaching. So I knew he was reaching.
So now, see, I'm gonna blame my Falcon loss and those 4 interceptions on your dad.
Please do.
That throw interception was the most Paul Crew shit I've ever seen from Kirk Cousins. I feel sick to my stomach in the 9th minute in the 4th quarter. Oh my God, such a pussy.
And I had already grabbed them, Wham. So I took them for next week +5 because I thought, you know what, they're gonna beat the Chargers. Then he's got a nice, you know, revenge game versus old club. I don't know if he's got a quarterback next week now.
Yeah, he might not be there.
I thought it was a good. I'm like, I'm getting 5, and they're gonna be coming off a nice win. And Minnesota's in a toss-up kind of game. I thought I'd have a good number. Now I'm gonna have a bad number.
Yeah.
Boy.
It wasn't even. It's just we all have been in that situation where you don't make the bet that you should have made because of some other issue. You lost something else, you did something else, whatever, and then that bet would have won, but you don't bet it. So then you go bet it again the next week. It's a mistake. It's a mistake, and so I happily didn't send in his action. He doesn't watch Bankroll Blitz. I'm not gonna support that shit.
I see the Bad Beat refund crew wants a refund on their the McCaffrey bets already.
Oh yeah, of course they do. Because it works sometimes when they all whine together.
Fucking, this is the crap. I just want to.
Out of all that rent, shout out to Bernie though, man. Shout out
Bernie, man, he supports his boy.
That's the truth. Shout out to the fathers that's out there.
And he sees the success Razors had switching careers into this.
That's so tight.
My dad's certain that's going to cost my family.
Does your dad bet horses, Razor?
Yeah.
So we've taught him. There you go. God.
But he did. Your dad played horses before you were born, right?
A little bit, but he wasn't.
That's
he's
what
not
I
a
meant.
big
You knew it
guy.
before. Oh, okay.
Oh, Lucas
My dad
Wine
had
also
no
doesn't
clue.
earn any
Like,
respect.
Never mind.
He-
Sorry, Bernie. You don't get as much credit.
He's like, I have no idea. Like he just, well, I mean, you knew I bet games back in high school and acting a fool, degenerate style. Like, Dad, I need $1,500 to go pay a marker in Atlantic City. He's like, I don't have 50. What are you doing?
Yeah, I used to
So
live
he-
in Virginia. He would
It
go to
was
Charles.
not his. It was not his life. Like, I mean, he lived like he had $1. He spent 99 cents. He's going out. He's having a good time, you know. But the betting part, no way, no. Although he loved lottery tickets, though. He loved those bastards.
I've not bought a lottery ticket in my entire life.
I got my sons at the table. He's like talking to his buddies. They want to do like prize picks. Or like, oh, go be like the other clown from that channel. I'm like, they're like, and his friends are all egging him like, yeah, do it, Higgs, come on. I'm like, get the hell out of here with that now. I said, I want to take a drive up to Dallas and just hit that guy with a bat for doing that kind of crap.
PJ Washington with another 3. We got 8 points on the board.
I'm going to grab a
I had to PJ
brewski here because
yesterday.
halftime action is coming fast. Also, there's a ton of cappers who got paid in that first half. Jesse Nunez being one of them. I'd like to talk about all you guys, and we'd like to look around the board and see what we want to move on in the second half. I'll be right back.
Yeah, Niners got 4 seconds left. I guess this is not field goal range because of the weather. Oh, they're going to try it. Jake Moody's going to kick a field goal here. He's made it 33. He's missed a 45. This is a 55-yard attempt.
In the snow like this is wild.
Guess
The
it
kick
matters
is up.
for the win zone.
And it's short. Missed it by about a yard, maybe 3.
Bro,
Can't
this
really tell from that camera angle. But it is definitely short, and it is no good. 21-3 at the half.
There you go.
How do you miss a 45 and then they send you off for a 55? They would have had a better chance of doing a Hail Mary.
in this type of weather too, bro. What the fuck are you thinking?
Got the Flea Mathis.
Where's
built.
the
Doesn't make sense.
Please, dad likes sluts.
Yeah, my mom's a
What
big
is that say?
slot
What?
machine.
Oh, slots. I was like, what?
Like Beavis and Butthead Do America, loose slots. You guys don't remember that? Come on.
Yeah, that's where I get my gambling from. My mom. My dad's not.
Yeah.
My mom's a bigger gambler than my dad.
My grandmother and my mom is like the gamblers in my family, so I kind of got it from them. And yeah, they like slots, bro. Slots is like where they go. My sister, she likes slots. Last time I was in Vegas, I won the most money in slots because I was just like hanging out with them, and I just wanted to talk to them, just put a couple $100 in.
You want to talk to the slots?
They must despise you for that, eh?
They talked back. They was talking
Loose
back.
slots.
Oh
Those
shit!
motherfuckers was talking back. I talked to
And
them.
them shrooms was good as hell that night, huh?
Almost
That's-
took a little bit right now, man. But these are little regular candies. Just regular candies.
I cannot wait to be in San Antonio on that last night, tripping on Zooms with Dabby and everybody. That's like, okay, let's get back to work here. I'd like to give a shout out to all the cappers who have gotten paid in full. We're going to go around the horn looking at first half action, but so many of you guys have cashed here. Jesse Nunez on that first half Buffalo Bills -3.5. Wrench Mob, longest field goal under 47.5. What a bet that was in these conditions. New Quicker took Buffalo Bills double result. That is in business. We have, unfortunately, a ton of people on the Niners, which doesn't look good. Also, surprisingly, we didn't have a ton of James Cook looks. Now, Big Show has an interesting spot here for a plus 675 SGP that will be in business. If he can get the passing yards, which I don't know if we're going to get now with this huge lead. We have, with Allen with 96 passing yards. So he needs one more passing touchdown, and Allen 225 passing yards for a plus 675 SGP for our guy Big Show. So we'll be definitely cheering that on. Kevin Ponchero on Bills -6.5. Look at Slatsy. Cook anytime touchdown. Bills money line plus 110. Thing of beauty, Slatsy. Thing of beauty. And then surprisingly, not a lot of Cook action. Dave and Cal 48, Thoroughbred Capper, friend of ours, Bills -6. Corey, remember what Corey said? Corey said 6.5 is too easy. He's taking -10 at plus 145. Dougie Wise catching Bills -4 at -110. Then Ron Lofton in business with Cook and the Bills. Allen's only had 2 carries for 10 yards. I don't know if he bothers risking much. Oh, and Big O, he parlayed San Francisco plus 10.5 and the James Cook touchdown. So we'll see if that bangs out here. Okay, so let's start going around the horn here, looking for action at halftime. I've made one live bet. I got the 46.5 of. What did I get at? Sorry, let me just go over here. I think I got it at -110. I remember, yes, at -110, under 46.5, -110. I pre-flopped the under 44.5 at -110. Right now, that total has gone up a point. So people are betting the live over. It's gone up to 45.5 here, 365. Spreads at 18.5. Let's go over live action here on the player prop market, and then we'll go around the horn and see if anybody's making any moves. Rush yards, Brock Purdy's run for 4 yards. His live's 15.5. Jordan Mason's already run for 62. His live's at 83.5. I mean, he should get that. I mean, that I get that. James Cook's already run for 100 yards. His live's 139.5. Josh Allen's run for 10. His live's 23.5. Ray Davis run for 19. His live's 34.5. Receiving wise, Debo's caught for 14. His live's 39.5. George Kittle's only caught for 7 yards, but they got his live at 36.5. Jawan Jennings, 17. His live's 46.5. Kyle Juszczyk has not been. I don't know why they wouldn't use him in this situation. I mean, isn't this the perfect weather for a fullback like him? Pearsall hasn't caught a catch. His live's 13.5. Amari's caught for 7 yards. His live's 13.5. Curtis Samuel hasn't made a catch. To catch for a yard is -115. Dawson Knox already caught for 39. His live's 43.5. They're saying if you look at these numbers from the receiving core from the Bills, they're not throwing the ball anymore. I mean, Khalil Shakir is at 8 yards. His live's 18.5. And then from the quarterbacks, Brock Purdy's throwing for 52 yards. His live's 176.5. Josh Allen's throwing for 97. His live's 156.5. And interceptions. An interception for Purdy plus 115. Interception for Josh Allen plus 400. Let's go around the horn and see if anybody is making moves here. Let's roll. We'll go around the horn. We'll close up with Razor. We'll go around the horn. Brizzy, anything you're looking at?
I kind of want to see like what they're doing a little bit more with the 49ers offense. Like they kind of have their cards kind of not revealed too much, and it's very hard to kind of see who to take a gamble on. I can't move on anything live. I mean, I got the under, and I think I'm chilling right now.
Yeah, I like where we stand with the under. Again, I was looking for that 47. I'm not gonna. I wasn't gonna. Probably could have made the same bet twice, and there's nothing really wrong with that. But let's go over to Higgsy. Higgsy has the anytime touchdown scored by Cook.
Yep.
So that gets
here. See what he does. I
Also,
checked out his receiving yards.
the Purdy under pass attempts looks good.
Yeah, he's got 8 attempts, 31.5. Rushing attempts for Allen, over 7.5. He's got 2.
Yeah.
Like, who knows? 9 for Cook. He's got 15.5 to get there. Completions, Allen, he's got 8. He's 19. I think we could get that one. Knox has already hit 25.5 yards. He's got, 36 or 37. 40 is plus 225. So
Yeah, that's a big score. That Knox next.
that'll be good. Nothing from, Shakir, I got nothing from him yet. But who knows? I mean, one wild play. I mean, it could be like a 17-yard pass, but with the, could turn into 43 yards or something and, kind of get a couple of these. We'll see. And I'm not going to jump on anything. I got the Bills wrapped up in a couple crazy things that pay off for me. I was mentioning with like the Tampa Bay pick and a couple college games. I had a just ridiculous teaser parlay kind of crap going on there, but I'm not doing anything second half. I mean, would I lean maybe the Bills still to punch in? What's the halftime? What are they laying now? 17, 20? What is it at?
Yeah. By the way, the Niners start with the ball, but yeah,
18.5. I do 20 here. I don't think the Niners are going to score. I mean, what are they going to get? 10?
Yeah, 49ers team go under.
Yeah, I think the Niners let go.
Newkirk is saying 21.5. I got 18.5. So I got a good number. You guys are on 21. They got a 21.
Look at this Razor Sharp picks bet. What an interesting maneuver. Take it away, Razor.
Yeah, I just dropped $100 on 49ers to score in third quarter. No, I got that at plus 205 on Bet Rivers.
That's a fascinating. That's a really cool look there. The plus 205. Let me pop that here. Very, very interesting. Look, we have action coming in from the chat too. Chris moved on.
I got to run, Jimmy. I got to go to see our fella.
Our friend Gabe Morency, whom we love dearly. He's a national hero up here.
I told him, I said I was going to pay my chest and be on topless tonight in honor of Bill's Mafia.
Oh, no.
No. He said, please don't.
Yeah. Oh, he loves his Bills, man.
My dog Gabe, man.
Yeah, man. He's the real deal, man. Higgsy, where can we find look ahead lines, midday money? Where can we find your action?
Yeah, that's over on little Sean Higgs YouTube. I'll put it in the chat. Well, whatever. I'll get in there.
I'll put it in the chat right now.
Money. I'm gonna go do Gabe's show, and then after I finish that up in the third quarter, I roll into look ahead lines. Like I told you all the games I already had so far. I got
this worked great, didn't it? This week
you're 9 of them. I got 9 of them for next week, and I'll probably go over some college football that I already bet for next week as well. Already locked in some championship weekend stuff. I got 2, 4, 5 games up. So
here is the link to go subscribe to our guy Sean Higgs. There's his YouTube.
That's it. I picked up 13 subscribers, new channel followers this month. So I that's all to you guys here. So thank you, pub crew.
You deserve it, man. You absolutely deserve it. And then when we hear how the lines that you already have coming into next week, you realize how important it is to look ahead. And so there's the link to our guy. Higgsy, please support it. Please support our guy. Go crush it with Gabe, and please you don't need to send him our love unless it comes up. Please let him know how much we love him.
I always tell him I come out here. I tell him I'm on with you guys in years.
He's a national hero in Canada. He should be on the $100 bill, man.
They should get rid of the maple leaf and have him on there.
No, we'll keep the maple leaf. That's our flag you're talking about, man. We're talking about our flag.
It should be him and a marijuana leaf.
You want to put him on our flag? I think the $100 bill's enough.
All right. Take it easy, fellas. Good luck, everybody. Take care.
Love you, Higgsy.
Now I'm going to be saying goodbye like Tevin Campbell, not Kevin Campbell. I want to roll out a little like Wu-Tang reference.
Bye, Higgs.
Oh, we need more woo. We also want you to take care of those heels, man. Take care of those fucking heels. C-Mac.
Don't send us pictures of your heels, please.
No, I kind of like the pictures. Make me feel better about myself. C-Mac, Dave Rogers, Wham Bam 3000, halftime action. We'll go Dave Rogers, then C-Mac, then Wham Bam. Dave, anything you're looking at?
I'm thinking about Bills team total under 31.5. That's more than a field goal and a touchdown for the. It's if they're going to slow it down, right?
Yeah, I just are you certain that the 49ers are going to tackle?
No,
cold
that's
down
why I haven't
20
bet it,
points.
because Higgs was talking about things slip around, people fall over, fucking. It's crazy. This weather causes craziness, but I'm sitting here looking at it, and the logic works out, and it's juiced to the under. So I'm tempted. I haven't taken it, so I'm just everything else looks stupid. My bets pre-flop look stupid. This game is stupid.
I love this game. Love this game. Love the snow. Love the Niners not trying here. C-Mac, anything you're looking at live?
Yeah, I don't know if 49ers are going to get anything. It's they're just going to run the ball here for the Bills. I'm going to have a small play here, though. I'm going to take this. I don't know if the Niners give anything, but it was 39.5. I just did it a couple minutes ago. I took Debo over 39.5. They got to throw the ball. They're behind. So small bet here for me.
Doing Russian receiving with Debo?
I didn't look at it.
Going. So this is over 39.5 receiving?
Yeah.
Right.
I have it locked here.
Do you think maybe they put something together for? Like I mean they're gonna be running Jordan Mason heavy. Is Isaac Garando gonna come in, or do you think they dial something up for maybe they won't, but if I don't know.
I just think they're down. I'm not small player for me. Just on the. I didn't have any action before. My car was super small. I've had a great day. That's it.
Yeah, no, something a little keep some excitement going here in the second half of the Sunday nighter. Wham Bam 3000. Anything that you're looking at? Oh, your boy. I think you might be muted though, Wham Bam. We can't hear you.
Yeah, hear me now.
There we go. There we go. See the young king, man. Young king gonna show us.
As you were saying outside, I guess I'm looking at Boo Boos right now, but he just got closed the door on. He wanted to run outside. It's all good.
Okay.
Hey, man, he gets the full screen me right now. Look, they know I don't like the full screen. Producers back here, they hilarious. No, so shout out to the third quarter play right there for our guy Razor. Correlates right there with me. I took the under 9.5 for the third quarter in this Bills game. Then I also did take the first quarter with the Clippers. Little bit of research behind the Clippers there is that they are 8-2 the last 10 first quarters, and then this team on the road, as far as the Denver Nuggets, they're 2-6 ATS in the first quarter on the road. So kind of going against them, and yeah, that's kind of what I got.
Take it home, man. Can you put that in the chat too? Your NBA live action here from our guy Wham Bam 3000. Nuke worker moving on that live first. There's a 47.5 here. Steve G says San Francisco already in field goal position. So we have effort here. Was that a Debo spot? Because I see him. They're showing him on the. I wonder if. Okay, I'll have to. All right, here we go. 49ers rolling early. But I don't know.
Was that Debo? 37 yards?
I think so. They were showing him.
Yeah, for 60 yards. To Buffalo's 37.
All right, there we go. Yeah.
That didn't take long. Look at that, C-Mac. I'm not getting the refresh here. Right.
Wow, they're on the 21. They're about to score already.
Then I probably, if they get a little bit of inspiration, I might not want to live bet this under. Oh, it's the kickoff return. It says Big
Scott. Okay.
It wasn't coming up on my.
Yeah, I didn't see it either. It just said.
Yeah, it was a kickoff return. Yeah, he's 137 yards now, kick returning. Thank you, Big Scott. Yeah, and Rushi is saying that CMC won't be back. Our CMC will be. Paco Healy in the house. Great to see you, Paco. Louis Pepe says 49ers money line. Louis Pepe got big balls dangling around, man. Yeah, man. I mean, why not? Nobody talks anybody off 11-1 banger, but
It looks like they're down to the 9-yard line.
wow. I wonder if I think, you know what? I will. You know what? Because of what happened on Thursday when all the first bets lost, hammering them a second time cashed. If the Niners score, I will live bet the under once more. But then our guy Kirk could be right once again on these snow game overs. Okay, so I'm gonna have my finger on the trigger here.
There you go.
Wow, sounds like Nuke Worker on the stream, man.
Shit.
That guy Nuke be rocking with us tomorrow night. What a beauty Nuke is, man.
Yeah, good looking guy.
He moved on that live under 21.5 second half. He's not going to want a touchdown here.
This might be.
You're going to go back 5 yards? It looks like it's on the defense.
Yeah, that was on defense. First and goal at the 4.5-yard line.
Not good.
48.
Handed off to the fullback, and he fumbles. Buffalo picks it up. And he's down at the 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, goes out of bounds.
Wow. Wow.
Wow.
And the 49ers no score is still alive, baby. Let's go.
Oh, yeah.
Let's go.
Oh, shit. Sorry, that was wrong.
5. We're still alive, baby. Salute everybody in the chat. Fumble. Let's go.
Rooski, man.
I don't know if Razor's fucking with you or not, but then you're like, why would he fuck with you on a play call?
I would never do that. I would never do
No,
that.
you
There's
would never.
money
No,
on the
that's the
line.
word. That's
You should kick me off the show if I did that.
yeah, that's banned.
You don't want to get infected. That's just like
Yeah.
someone saying something that happened. We've been there and done that.
Yeah, we've cut those guys off forever. Yeah.
I was
Fuck
gonna
that.
say that's people in your generation, Billy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I'm
this
sorry,
ain't a
bro.
game.
Yeah, you don't have to worry about
We're men making bets.
He's
here.
sick.
The only other thing that
Fumbles on
sucks
the
worse.
one.
The only thing that sucks worse than that is welching on a bet, but we won't talk about
Wow.
We can talk about it.
Live total back to 44.5. I guess I should have moved on that 48.5.
Yeah, that's not
We
good.
can talk about it. I'm here to stir the motherfucking pot.
that. Well,
Disruption, huh?
I need to
Disruption.
go a stream on here without talking about it, so we'll put it
Golly,
to bed for right now.
clearly a fumble.
Wow.
Wow.
If that wasn't Chris
About
McCaffrey,
to
I
go
don't
in.
want to see him in the end zone. Fuck him.
Who was it? Who was it? Mason that fumbled?
Whoever.
No, it's Juszczyk.
Oh, it's you.
Oh my God!
It's Juszczyk.
God.
And he
When
was
I was
scoring.
driving-
He was going in. You know, they were at
I
5. He
looked
was,
at his 8. I looked at the touchdown. Probably was plus 1100. I was like, damn.
yeah, he would have cashed it.
Bro, I looked. Oh my God.
That's like a Spenny Bobano. They both love you. Check.
Yeah.
I cannot believe that of all people, Mr. Surehands,
Yeah.
Kyle Juszczyk would be a little bitch in the snow. I can't believe
I'd have to see the replay, but it looks like they handed it to him late. Like, I don't know if he
Oh.
Yeah, it was a little weird. Yeah, the handoff was a little off.
it looked
but-
a little different.
I missed it. I was just living by through the smooth tones of razor sharp picks. Wow.
Yeah.
That's how I like to live.
Yeah, it's not a bad way of living. No. Not a bad way of living. We need Razor at Pubapalooza bad, man. But we still need to announce Pubapalooza before anybody can, before I can put pressure on people to
Can we
be
put
there.
a poll up? We don't want to go for the Final Four. No one wants to handicap 2 games with you guys.
No, that's why it's not being announced.
Okay, good.
Yeah, but fucking I hate it. Capping a zillion games.
I hate
Yeah,
that.
but at
first
least,
games.
but nobody's gonna like. The first thing that happened last week, I'm not sure if you were here, CMC, but the first thing that happened was, Higgsy looked up the hotels and they were already booked. or you couldn't get rooms. Not that they were booked, but
Yeah.
we need it to be easy for people to get there. But yeah, it's. I mean, no. I'm not concerned about the too many games. I don't have. I just, I just want people to be able to fly in for cheap and stay for cheap.
Yeah.
So I'm also
yeah.
pushing. If lodging wasn't an issue, I would push for the Final Four because there's huge parties going on in the city. But tricky.
It's gonna work out.
Oh, we need the.
Man, that changes everything. That fumble for the total.
Oh yeah, drastically in a good way, man. We need the who banging contingent, man. Nasty Nate, it's all about right round 1 or Final Four. It's either those 2 weeks. Paco, easy for you to get from San Diego to San Antonio, man. We can't do it in Vegas because we have a bar with 20 TVs in the studio and all that. Come on, man.
Which makes it stupid to go for the Final Four so we can watch 2 games together at a TV bar with 12 screens. What do we have? The same game on 6 TVs?
So we're going down to San Antonio for some in a little minute to go down.
NBA, there's hockey, there's stuff.
What? We went down for the Final Four for Pub 1, and it worked out fine.
Oh, it'd be fine, no doubt about it. But the problem is that it's San Antonio's hosting it. It's not a problem. It's just people get cheap lodging. If you want 100 people to come in, what if they can't get cheap flights and cheap hotels? It's a problem.
Yeah, they might up the prices on Airbnbs and all that because it's the Final Four. I don't know.
Because it could be a regular Tuesday afternoon, and if it's our crew all together, it's going to be so much fun. There's going to be a ton of action.
Also, 4th and 2, Bills are punting. Shot the Guillermo's are Tucci.
Our guy, G.
Hey, look at the game, G. Looks like Santa Anita with all that white chalk on the field, if you know what I mean.
Our leader of the Cappers contest, he won last year 2, and is winning year 3. He can respect 1-14 to start out. Now 32-33. We have Ian saying hi from Australia. Welcome, Ian. Cool Kev in the house. He's allowed to say it, right? Cool Kev's allowed to say it. Right?
We'll let him say it once. We'll give him a pass. He's cool. We'll give him one.
He loves it. Gee, I put some fight in because I was being publicly embarrassed. Horrible way to start out. It's such a horrible thing, man.
And somebody called you out about it too, didn't they?
Yeah, he did. Blitzer Bobby. And so I bet him $100 on the spot, not having any idea where he was, just to show, look, I'm not a little bitch. Like, I'm not just going to sit here and, suck. Like, I'm, I didn't realize that he was like 4th at the time in the contest. And he's still in the top 5. But all I want to do is put pressure on him. And even in this week, he's like, should you just send me the money now? And I was like, I edited myself. I was thinking horrifying things. And he didn't go 4-1 this week. I just need to get it under 5 what I'm behind him at. And I think I'll be at I might be at under 5, might be at 5 here because he had the Eagles. So he'll have a 3-2 week and I'll have a 4-1 week. So I'll be 6 points back of him. But I just want to if I just can get it within 4 or 3 and just have him thinking about me. And just being a little uncomfortable, that's all I ask for. I'll pay $100 to make him a little uncomfortable.
Another 11 points. PJ Washington. Second.
Oh, nice. Newquarker is right. He tried to say it was 150 on one of the shows. Wanted to add another $50. That made me want to sharpen a chopstick real quick. But oh, look at this. Our friend Ian says, "Congrats to my Australian rules football women's team, North Melbourne, who won the final game on Saturday night. I hope you made money off of it, Ian, and respect to North Melbourne. And thank you for rocking with us. It's real late over in Aussie town, man.
Why can't we be fans?
Yeah, man.
Things got to be money.
No, it's come on. We're older than you, Brizzy. We're older than you.
Now, Jimmy, in Australia, isn't it like I think it's like 6 at night there, isn't it? Or
No, it's like 6 a.m, isn't it? They're like 8 hours ahead of us.
It's actually like 1 or 2 or 3 in the afternoon.
yeah, it's the afternoon time in Australia.
Next day. Yeah.
Because when I do my show at noontime, my cousin comes in. It's like 6 a.m.
Oh shit. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Well, I hope you're having a nice day, Ian, my friend.
Yeah, he's
Yeah, and
getting
he's
drunk
right.
with us. He's getting drunk with us.
Tried to say it was 150. That got me a little bit. But
40
obviously,
and a half.
everything Bobby's trying to do is to get me and get under my skin. So that was probably just another. God, I wanna. If I could come back from this deficit and just fuck them right in the drink hole,
That'd be nice.
it'd be so nice. And for all those, that was not a catch. Just to call me out, and he has every right to call me out. Vincent Mann says North Melbourne Kangaroos. We got a couple Aussies. I love it. I'm no longer jealous of Australians. When I grew up, we were about 45 minutes an hour from Whistler, and in Whistler there were all these Australian guys working, and they would bang the most beautiful women that we grew up with.
Damn.
These 6'4", 6'5" Aussies, with square jaws, would bang they would just sleep with all of our greatest, and I developed prejudice, a real legitimate prejudice towards Aussies. I've gotten over it. Took about 20 years, and I'm over it now.
That's a terrible feeling.
Yeah, man. They're just these. You're like, who usually? And then the guy would come up with an Australian accent, and he's 6'5", and I'd be like, what
Why do you think they cast Chris Hemsworth as fucking Thor? That's the reason why. Because he's got a hammer cock, bro. That's why.
No. They have hammer jaws. No. They might have tiny cocks. No, we don't. Who knows what size cocks they have, man?
The God of Thunder does not have a small penis. I'm sorry to tell you.
How do you? Come on. He's just like a blonde hair white boy. I mean, I don't know. No offense, CMC. I'm sorry. I realized that when I said that we have a blonde hair white boy on camera with us.
There's nothing wrong with that.
No, but I did say they just,
That's crazy, bro.
Oh, they all it was just a whole it was just very difficult to handle in grade 11 and 12.
Only imagine, man. Only imagine. Shit's
Can't
fucked.
stole your women.
Salute to all the underbetters. That's another punt, gentlemen.
Tick, 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 tick.
Who is that? Who the hell was that, Razor?
That's Billy. I heard it. Don't try to cover your mouth like that wasn't gonna. We didn't know your voice. You try to cover his mouth up like we don't understand him.
I was biting my nails, man. What do you mean?
Children.
Huge.
Oh, shout out to Buddy in the building.
Nice work, buddy. Respect.
Buddy.
Oh, God. Even just talking about the Australian guys banging all the hottest girls in my school put knots immediately in my back. Even though I'm having a great day gambling and just thinking about losing to all those giant Australian dudes.
That's fucked up.
Yeah, man. And I developed a severe prejudice, which I'm over now.
Oh, shout out to Mr. Corner of My Eye in the chat, Troy Torrance. What up, Troy?
Troy. Said he'll be back.
Troy and I, man, this is year 2 of bankroll, but this will be the first Tuesday we start where we're both double digits in the black.
Nice.
I'm not sure if his ROI will be double digits yet. It'll be very close, but my ROI is going to be just. I don't want to talk about it. You talk about there's Blitzer Bobby in the house. Blitzer Bobby, top 5 all year in NFL public. Blitzer Bobby, hey Blitzer Bobby, you got to admit you called me out and I stepped up. Maybe I needed to be called out. Nothing wrong with calling me out. Blitzer Bobby, man. just want to put just a tiny bit of fear. I'm not there yet because he went 3-2 and then 4-1 won't put the fear in. I got to get within 3, but within 5 we'll be fine, just fine. God, it was embarrassing going 1-14. Well, Blitzer, you know it's such a battle, as you know, Bobby, my man. Okay, let's look right now. We got the live 43.5. How is it still so high? Bills have the ball first and 10 from the 40. Why wouldn't you bet the under 43? I'm not going to do it because I got 46.5. Nice job, Mel Cash and the Ducks team total over. Why wouldn't you bet that under 43.5 right now?
Bills got the ball on the 40, the 35. They're at the 33-yard line. First and 10 for Buffalo. We got 8:45 on the clock. First and 10 for Buffalo. Mel says Jimmy Cash Ducks team total over 2.5.
I don't blame you, dude.
I don't know, man.
That sounds like a guy who's been married for 38 years.
I know. I don't know.
Oh, Nuke is so funny, man.
6'5", bro. It's huge.
They're all
in this whole world that doesn't like Nuke.
No, you're right. You're right. It's impossible.
No, there's one.
What?
Nasty Nate.
Oh.
Nasty Nate. Just one. Hates him. He hates him. I would too if he fell over and then got back up and then pissed in my eye. I would too. Literally pissed in his eye. Literally.
For real?
No, they were supposed to film this whole video, but they made nobody cut it up. I don't know.
We were playing cornhole. Me and Troy on one side, Nate and Nuke on the other. It's Nuke's turn. He throws a bag. Nate throws a bag way off the board, not even close. Nuke falls over, like on the ground with his beer in his hand. The beer didn't spill. He got back up, threw his shot right in the hole. Swish. His next 2 shots, bang, in the hole. Boom, bag in the hole. He fell over, held his beer up, got back up and said, whew. Nasty Nate was speechless.
But he didn't pee in his eye, though.
No, there was no.
Come on, you know what we mean? Like he pissed in his face. You know what we're talking about, Dave.
I was hoping it was real. But.
Nate can't even spell Canadian, man.
Get your head out the gutter, man. Save your fucking.
Resist the fact that penis was out there in the air, putting it out there like that. That's what you just really just didn't want to envision. That's sick, bro.
No, I think it's funny for some guy to get up off the ground and pee in someone's eye. I think that's funny. That's humor, but
yeah.
You know.
We know you, bro.
Come on, there's footage, Nate. We got footage of it.
Whatever's clever, man.
Oh, that could have been a pick, man. Oh,
4th and 2, they're going for it.
What?
Timeout, Buffalo.
Okay.
But this was a quick timeout. This wasn't a.
That means they're still going for it. You're right. Yeah.
That was a quick one. Like, hey, let's talk about it.
Nate's spelling the Canadian like the hockey team here. No. Oh no, man. I can't wait to see Nate at Pubapalooza. You know, it's funny how important these friendships have become to, you know, your day-to-day happiness.
I just can't wait to see what Airbnb gets us for us this year. He had a good
Can
one.
you guys find a place closer to the bar this year? That was ridiculous last year, man. You guys 45 minutes away. You guys were in Austin.
No, what are you talking about?
You guys were far away.
No.
Get a place closer to the bar.
I think we were like 15 minutes, maybe. Not even.
No, man.
Nasty Nate, how far away were we? I don't know. See,
it says you'll have a castle real close. Wine time gonna be running. God, I cannot
Destiny,
wait.
how far? We weren't. I don't know how far we were. Didn't feel that long.
Yeah, gee, you guys were 2 blocks. It was not 15 minutes, man. You know that, Newt.
They went for it and they got it. First and goal at the 7.
Oh, God, really? Oh, he was wide open. Jesus. What's that doing to this total? 45 and a half? Philly Eagle Flyer, it's a cheap trip, man. Especially if you win gambling or cash in a poker tournament or deliver an NBA Jam. Speaking of NBA Jam, I have not practiced now. I've not played since we were there. I've got a Christmas thing happening here, Christmas party year happening here.
Wait till y'all see this play.
Oh, no. Okay, thank you, Razor. Okay. Something big happening. I'm gonna hide the chat. First and goal.
What the fuck was that? Was that
Oh
was
my
that Josh
God.
Allen?
Yeah. You've got to be kidding me.
I want
Is
to
that
know
a
why
hook
the
and ladder
whistle
to
wasn't
himself?
blown. Why the whistle wasn't blown like they wrapped him up. They had him wrapped up for what, 2 seconds, 3 seconds? How long you got to wrap him up for?
Well, we have a ton of people on the Josh Allen touchdown.
There you go.
Well, it's official because the extra point is up, and it's good.
Wow. Nice job, the Jews. You deserve it, man. Oh, Kelly, we would love that, man. We would love that. God, he's amazing, Josh Allen. Absolutely incredible.
It just
Absolutely.
makes sense. Josh Allen's no touchdown makes sense.
Yeah,
Wow.
you see the Travis Kelce when he did it on Friday? That was a sick ass play too. When he was getting ready to get tackled and he pitched it, and they got the first down.
This stupid fade of Travis Kelce for $500 is going to go down to the last game, the under 850. He's on pace to go for about 900. So, absolutely bet the guy.
Over, Jim. There's too many injuries in that second.
Exactly. Yeah, that became a bigger part of the offense. Yeah, I know. Exactly. Totally. Yeah, bet this guy. Of course, anybody can just show up at Southtown 101 during the events. We want everybody to show up at Southtown 101. I just can't get so drunk so early. That's my whole thing. I need sandwiches in the fridge. I've got a plan this year. Okay, I'll be right back, you guys. We got a big. How much time we got now? 6 minutes left in the third. Still a 45 and a half.
Still a lot of time, but they're just thinking that the Niners aren't going to score.
But I mean, I'm concerned. They've been able to move the ball okay. I'm concerned.
I don't know, Jimmy. You got to think though. That last drive, they had that big kickoff return.
That's true.
That got them to the 37. They got down to like the 5-yard line, so they picked up about 30 yards before they fumbled.
No, that's true. All right, I'll be right back, fellas.
Oh yeah, Nasty Nate, I'm in. I need a better room this year. Y'all fucked me this year.
Pause.
Yeah, no Diddy.
For sure. I I always get the terrible rooms with the damn twin beds and shit. Like I'm not the damn biggest person and shit. Like, all right. Just let my legs.
Bro, the Hampton Inn is 0.8 miles away. When I went 2 years ago, it was 0.8 miles away. And it was like less than $100 for most of the nights. It was, I mean, which you guys want to be. I don't want to be. When I sleep, I don't want Jose coming over me with the camera like he did to fucking Cab that one year. I don't want all that shit. You guys are crazy. So I have my
room. Fucking lock your door. What are you talking about?
Well, either way, if you want to stand by yourself, it's not that far, and there's a La Quinta Inn across the street on the other side. So there's stuff close by walking distance. These guys just all want to, sit around. I mean, I sit around and smoke with you guys, but I don't want to sleep there. Fuck that. Fucking, you got Cab walking around not knowing where he's at because he's in some other planet, and you have Jose fucking with the camera. I'm not dealing with that shit. I'm not 21 anymore, dude.
Damn, man. That's all bad.
No,
Okay.
I love that everyone. That's the best thing about it, bro. The best thing about it, everyone does whatever the fuck they want to do. Like you want to sleep in, cool.
Debo with another big return for the 50.
You want to sleep in the corner like Wham in the bar? That's cool too.
Hey, man, look.
You remember that?
You see these kids running around, bro?
Yeah.
That was the only time you see me without them, bro. So it was over for me, bro. That's what it is.
It was leaned up against the wall, dude. Pass the fuck out.
You should see me. Shit, you gonna see me tonight. I'm about to be knocked the fuck out tonight. It's over for me tonight, bro. Good run by Debo. My shit's so delayed.
That's all the Niners got right now is Debo on a kickoff.
Yeah, matey, bro, for sure.
They hand it off and they pick up about 2.
Right.
Come on. Tick, tick, tick. We need to get to the end of the quarter.
End of this quarter, please. End this quarter, please.
And if
Look
you're from
like
a big
the,
city, oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, that's all. I was just gonna say the Clippers game kicked off 7-2. Clippers up.
Clippers
Got to
got it.
keep this momentum going.
Hey, Billy, I got a question for you.
Yeah.
The Detroit Lions beat the Packers in Green Bay. And the Lions won by 10. I'll say it again. In Green Bay, won by 10. Now they're at home. Prime time.
I like the
They're
Packers.
5-1. And the line's a field goal, 3.5.
like
Some smells funny. I don't know.
Live look at the Lakers. 1 second left. 1 minute, 1 second, 1.6 seconds left. Utah has the ball. They're down 1. Have a chance to win the game. LeBron tried to take a heroic 3 to seal the deal, but that didn't go as well.
Kenny got like 10 shots in a row.
It's looking like it's do or die right here at this next possession here for the Lakers. They might lose to the Jazz.
We also got a 4th down for the Niners. They're going to go for it.
Is it 4th and what?
I think it's 4th about 3, maybe 4.
All right. Oh, 4th and 5. Okay, this is all on the line here. Okay. Can you give us the play-by-play?
Yep, we got a 4th and 5 for Purdy. He's got his eyes squinted. He can barely see. Back to pass. He throws to his right. It's caught for a first down. He's at the 30, the 25, the 20. Goes down about the 17-yard line.
I don't like it.
4 minutes left.
I don't like
the
it,
only
man.
good thing is I don't think the 49ers are going to kick any field goals. So it's either score or they're going to turn over.
True. We need to stop.
We need some defense here.
Yeah.
1st and 10. They're at Buffalo's 17. Purdy under center. He sends a man in motion to his left. He pitches it to his running back. And he picks up about 1, maybe 2. Maybe 3. 2nd and 8. That was a 2-yard gain of 2 to Mason. '49ers 2nd and 8. 3 minutes left. 3:05 on the clock. 2nd and 8. Purdy's in shotgun.
The Lakers win. The Lakers win. I'll be right back.
Oh, nice job, man. How? Oh, he's losing his mind backstage.
The LeBron flop. LeBron works for the sports books. You shoot the 3. People can't at you on Twitter that you didn't go for the cover.
Touchdown, Garendo.
That was a terrible shot.
Wow, Isaac Garendo.
And I didn't bet it. What the fuck?
I got that guy signed rookie card. He better have a good career, motherfucker.
Missed tackle.
Yeah,
I like him when he's on, dude. He's on. I think he's gonna be good.
Yeah, Chris Warren. A couple of you guys were on the under 48.5, 47. A beautiful bet. Smart.
Did the Juice just hit a Garendo TD? Did you bet
Wow, look at the Juice. He's been rolling so thick here. Cool Kev too.
that? Wow.
That was a good play. Yeah, Blank. I think the under is sweaty. You know, Kirk was really confident with the. Oh my God, they're gonna give us a 51.5. If they do that, I'll bet it again.
That's what I'm saying. Come on. Let's
Are
do
they
it.
gonna give
Let's-
us a 51.5? Let me set this up.
I
I've
was
been waiting for
nasty
50
first
over
quarter.
50.
First quarter,
51.5. I'm betting it right now.
It's locked. 48.5. Bet it.
No,
Yeah,
it's
get it.
51.5 right here.
Get it. Get it. Get it.
Got it. Done and done. Got it.
The fuck? 48.5? That's such a big difference.
It's
I got
51.5
50
DraftKings.
I'm now in a state that I am betting the offshores. So I'm not at home where I could fucking bet the real stuff. So fuck that. Pisses me off.
It's still at 51.5. It's not
That's-
changed.
I'm looking at
51.5.
48.5 on BO.
Yeah, Rivers got 50.5.
Fucking that's why America's the best. Unless bet what's the book the GSP does the ad
Bet 99.
yeah that's a good book. That's a Canadian book. That's a good book.
I've not used it or know much about it. But I know GSP's not doing it anymore. They spent that budget.
That just shows you that's when out 2 years ago when I was looking at the book, looking at the lines of comparisons, like their NBA stuff was way better than ours. I don't even understand that at all. It makes no sense, but their numbers were way better.
Shout out to Colton. Colton, our 118th like.
Huh.
I guess I'm gonna have to put this tiny little bottle to bed with Colton's 118th like. Thank you, Colton, my friend. Put that here right beside my Ferguson Jenkins Hall of Fame signed baseball. Best Canadian pitcher of all time. Dougie White just moved on the under 51 and minus 120. The 51.5 still available right here. It didn't change, which makes me a little nervous too. But it is what it is. C-Mac, what are you looking at? Are you looking at tomorrow's action?
Yeah, I'm just going through a few things
For
here.
college football or college basketball? What are you looking at?
Just college football.
Anything jumping out at you?
No.
Penn State's got a big game next week.
Yeah, some
Penn
fun
State.
games.
They'll
Penn
lose.
State.
Maybe not. Maybe Franklin can do it. I mean, but that's not going to have my money on it. Miami, Ohio. I was on them last week.
I wasn't.
First, Bowling Green.
Yeah.
Well, not great, but the best one was we were at Jimmy the under, Sam Houston and them. I was in both.
Oh,
You did
that-
too. That was great.
Yeah, that was great.
I think Ohio's just playing great football. It's tough with these Macs in a game like this. And I think they're just playing a little bit better. I could see either side, but I'd rather have this. And it's just 2.5. You just go money line with Ohio.
You like Miami, Ohio?
No, Ohio.
Oh, okay, Ohio. Okay.
Ohio.
The School of the Rourke brothers.
Once.
Good defense. I like the under in it too. I gotta look at it.
Bo Jackson got the under 52.5 live. Let us know if you move on that under, C-Man.
Damn,
Bo
you guys.
Jackson, one of the things about doing this job is like certain things get in your head, and we cap together so often. Even though Bo Jackson's in Toronto, we've never met. But Bo, that first half under in Philly, Baltimore, not cashing. Like I seriously, I feel a knot in my back right now, even though it's been such a great week and great Sunday. But I know you joined me on that, and that I hate that I really thought it was a really strong look. The full game under cashes, First half under loses. God, Voodoo Ranger says, how was that an Allen touchdown, a receiving touchdown? It was a passing touchdown and a receiving touchdown for Allen.
It's because how do you define it? How do you define it as a run? He caught a lateral and downfield. It's like how else do you score that?
Yeah. I know, Bo. I know you're fine with it, but still, it's just well. God, I forget who the capper was. God, was it Vipe? Who was it? It was one of our guys. Right at the beginning of the year was like, Josh Allen MVP's 19-1 right now. It should be bet, and I didn't move on it. Kevin Poncher says, I really feel like this game's going to total at 52. Yeah, I'm very uncomfortable with my action right now. Live total has dropped down to 50.5. Razor, do you see a avenue for us to cash the 44.5?
I got 45, so
that helps.
Looks like if there's a touchdown, there's a push, but
no, that's not true because the 49ers have to go for 2 to make it a 10-point game.
Well, I mean, if Buffalo scores.
Oh, yes, of course. But I don't think that's what I'm not worried about that. Shout out to Cool Kev. Says thanks for the Grendo Tutty, fellas. That was you, Kev. I mean, we talked about it, but you pressed the button, man. It's about pressing the button. Shout out to our guy, Cool Kev, man. Drinks up. $10 dono. Thank you, my man.
Salute.
Lee Mathis has a question, Dave, for you. Do you jump on the U?
On Miami? I don't know what you're asking me. I know Flea's in a because we talk out. He's in a big contest, and we were going over my plays for your show, and I had Minnesota -3.5, which didn't work out. You're on the other side, but he chose Minnesota in a survivor pool, and they barely squeaked it out today. But that was one of my most confident bets, and obviously my bet lost, but his survivor pool won. So congrats to him.
Nice.
Yeah, Big Show. Big Show, you're also your SGP wasn't it right there? I mean, what did you need? You needed. I thought you were right there. Big Show's SGP. Oh, because he needs that passing touchdown from Allen, which is unlikely. Oh no, he got didn't he get credit for the passing touchdown to himself? Oh, so he needs the 225 passing yards, which might be the hurdle.
Yeah, he's got 2 touchdowns, 131 yards.
Yeah, so all he needs is that over 225. Yeah, Kelly McInnes, I've not been succeeding on that show. I'm 0-2. I don't have my exact unit number here, but I'm going to roll into the garage, and it takes me 30 minutes to set the light up and the mic up and the fucking camera up. It's a pain in the lips, Kelly. But I'm thankful that they want me to be involved, so I'll definitely do it. But I need to give a winner, man. All right. We are heading into the fourth quarter. Live total now at 48.5, Razor. God, can I start? I've still got 3 left. God, as soon as I talk about losing the first half under in the Eagles-Ravens game, I'm having a great week. I'm having a great day, and I just immediately get knots in my back. Such a battle that we face. Nukework says if you want to cash next Friday, take Boise State -3.5. Easy money, in my opinion. C-Mac, what do you think of our friend Nuke's statement there?
Well, Boise's to own them for forever. And I liked them earlier in the year again when they beat UNLV. And they beat them last championship game. What was the score of that one, too? 44-20. This UNLV defense has to have some turnovers. The last 2 years, top 10 in the country takeaways. And they've kind of been a bend, don't break type defense. But this is the big hurdle. They haven't, beat Boise State. I don't think it'll be tough. Of course, they got to, stop the guy in the backfield. It's Genti, which won't be easy at all. And make him beat him through the air. But this second time in the year, it's not always the easiest to beat them. If UNLV's ever, I think, ready, I think it could be it. I don't know if they're ready, though. I mean, he's just done such a great job for this program. That was starving, that was so pathetic. Since the last time they were even decent with John Robinson, who just passed away, by the way. I knew him, great guy, when I was a lot younger as a bartender. Him and his wife used to come in all the time. But great coach at UNLV, better person, just a great, great guy.
Oh, wow.
So shout out to him. Rest in peace to John Robinson. But UNLV's just been killing it. I don't know if it's that easy. Maybe it is.
Steve G is questioning whether Genti's going to play. Is that a question, C-Mac?
I think he's all right.
Do you think he just
I didn't think it's. Yeah. I think he's going to play in this game. Yeah. I don't think there's a problem with him not wanting to play this.
Where do you think he gets drafted, C-Mac? It's a tough question. But
mid-first round, I think.
First running back off the board?
He's got to be. Yeah. There's not a running back better than him.
That line's dropped and opened up at 5. It's down to 3.
Sorry, say that again, Razor?
Line opened up at 5. It's down to 3.5. UNLV's looking.
He's still there for the Heisman. Yeah, it's revenge. He's got to play.
Is that a fumble or is that a pass, Razor? You're ahead of me.
They are huddled up right now.
He's walking off the field.
Look, he had his arm going forward, which is
49ers quarterback's on the sideline.
Oh, that slipped out of his own hands.
The Bills players are excited.
That slipped out of his own hand. What's the call on that?
Is he coming forward though?
Yeah.
It's the Bills ball. Bills ball at the Niners 25.
Wow. What a schmuck. What a fucking schmuck.
Flag on the play.
Let me plug this in. Let me get a charger.
What a schmuck.
Delay a game. Or no, too many men on the field. On the Niners.
Oh my God. Where the God damn it.
Brock Purdy fumbled it.
He didn't get that slipped out of his own hands because he got tiny hands.
Okay, now they took away the penalty for too many men on the field because they counted the men and there was only 11. So it's still 1st and 10.
You got to count how many there are there before you fucking determine how. What the fuck is that?
1st and 10, they hand it off and he picks up about a yard.
Stupid. This screwed me.
The only good thing is there might not be any more field goals. They might just go for it because of the weather.
No, the Bills will kick it. I mean, you got to be within, 41 yards or something?
Yeah, right now it's like 42-yard field goal ish, something like that. They'll kick a field goal.
We have a question here.
Caught inside the 10. They're going to be 1st and goal at the 8.
I think they
Yeah, Dave, can you answer this? Or did we just?
I don't know. I don't know what the number is, but I think that game is so uninteresting. I almost don't even care to cap it. I'm going to cap it, but it's just the ASU's overperforming, and then Iowa State is just kind of. I don't know. They're just kind of. I guess it shows you how weak that fucking conference is. Is my whole point. And all of this switching around didn't really help it. Actually, hurt it because the two best teams went to the SEC. So I don't have a plan in it, I guess I should say, but I don't know what the line is. I almost don't care.
Arizona State's -2.5.
I still don't know. Even if it was a pick 'em. I guess I could look at the index. I guess I could do that because I have one, which I'll do right now. But
Iowa State opened up at -1.
So it went through 0.
Yeah.
What do you guys think of Clemson SMU?
I like Clemson.
Yeah, that line went through 0 too. Clemson opened up at -1. SMU's -2.5.
Good
Big
for them.
Scott, the next minute and a half very important. So let's not next 90 seconds are very important. Can the 49ers step up here and play some defense? I mean, Razor's ahead of us, so you can tell the tale.
Rushing touchdown, Allen.
Jesus Christ. That tail didn't take long.
Josh Allen, 8-yard rushing
God, you
touchdown.
made that look so easy. The whole fake pass when you're way past line of scrimmage, the Mahomes. God, that's the most valuable player right there. Yeah. Kirk was right again with these snow overs. Nice Philly Eagle Flyer.
Extra
God,
points good, 35-10.
Yeah, shouts to people that bet the over because the move was betting the fucking 49ers team total under. That was the move. That's what we should have told.
You know what sucks? The Georgia-Texas game. You know where that game is? Because it's on a championship game, so it's on a neutral field. Do you know where it's at? It's in Atlanta, Georgia. It's going to be a Georgia home game for even though Texas is going to be the home team. It's going to be a Georgia home game. That sucks for Texas. Even though that school travels real well, it's in fucking Georgia. It's in the state of Georgia.
Yeah, it's at the Mercedes-Benz Stadium.
I'd be all over it. I mean, obviously that's why it's -2. It'd probably be -3 or -3.5 if it was.
Huh. Well, that concludes my action, pre-flop action in football this week. I haven't put it in the spreadsheet yet, but damn, 7-5. Oh wait. No, I was 8-3 coming into this. 8-4.
52, and I still won't touch it. This game is.
I mean, 52.5 don't look bad.
Yeah, I don't. I just don't. I mean, fuck the fuck.
Sorry, 7-4. A winning week. Very, very important. So I'll take it.
It is.
7-4. Take it. I'm excited. I'm excited about Bankroll Blitz. I'm excited about all this football action. Harold Williams says that under 52.5 looks tempting. I thought the same thing, Harold.
Yeah.
It looks very, very, very tempting, doesn't it? Who's gonna try during crunch time? 49ers are gonna go for it on fourth down. The Bills score another touchdown. You still get under that 52.5. The problem is that I already took the 51.5. Bills. It's very tempting, isn't it? You know, I'm hesitant to throw another 100 at it. What do you guys think of that live under 52.5?
I've been sitting here looking at. I can get a 52. I've been sitting here looking at it, wanting to press the button.
You can't get the hook. It's dark there.
Because I have to deal with one book right now instead of.
I'm gonna let this go, Harold.
Jimmy, I'm with you. I think no matter what happens, that's a smart decision because you're trying just to force a bet, just to kind of you're kind of chasing at this point, I guess.
Yeah, but I said what happened on Thursday. All of the first looks lost, and all the trusting the look and chasing cashed, and I lost a little bit of juice. 3-3.
49ers just fumbled.
Oh my God! See,
this game is fucked.
Quit.
There's a flag on the play.
I don't think it's a pre. I think it's a post flag, isn't it? God, look at that snow! It's so majestic, man. I can't believe these. When Cleveland and Buffalo puts roofs on, we're not going to get this ever again.
Yep.
When who does?
Cleveland and Buffalo are going to have roofs.
Buffalo is? Is that sure?
Sadly,
They have one of the best teams in the league, but they don't have the best attendance in the league because of the fucking half the game.
Because who wants to deal with this? What about all the stories about how like the fans are coming? It's like Green Bay. The fans are coming to scrape the snow out of the fucking seats, and it's put a roof on it.
Whoa! Don't make the Packers sound like we don't hire our fans to come. We're not scumbags.
No, it's volunteers. But do they hire them? The Buffalo. Well, then again, you own the fucking.
I would imagine, Dave, if you help out, they allow you the game for free.
Well, okay.
No, the Packers have a crew. They take care of it. We don't need our fans to do that. We got a crew for that.
Well, in Buffalo, you remember? Don't you guys remember that a year or two ago where they were fucking going there?
They were giving you food and drinks.
Armpit of America.
I would like to live in the armpit of America.
Well,
I think they're great cities. I think the housing is affordable.
Well, that's true.
I would love the armpit of America. Sounds like a very wonderful spot to raise a family to me, man.
Okay, well, that is true.
I mean, I got a 7-year-old and a 3-year-old, man. You know.
Yeah.
I mean, it sounds real nice.
Said 20 an hour and free drinks and food for Buffalo snow shovelers.
That works.
$20 an hour? Come on.
That's fine.
No. I'm saying it's a lot. That's a lot. I mean, I'm fucking digging ditches when I was 15 years old, making $10 under the table. I thought I was fucking filthy. $20 in free food? I'd do that now. I get up and do it right now. right this second. I do.
I'm past that shit, but
I know what you mean though, Dave. Figuratively.
Yeah. I'm just giving. That's all. No, beautiful people all over the place. I love that part of the country. Actually, just Buffalo, I didn't love, but it's just a hard place to live. It's cold, and then it gets humid as fuck during the summer. And
I love that shit. Buffalo's not as cool as Detroit, man. Detroit is super cool, but Buffalo could become the next Detroit. Are the balls at the Buffalo 35?
Yeah, it's
The 49ers were rolling?
No, that was the. Didn't they fumble the?
Yeah. No, it's San Francisco's got the Buffalo's got the ball at San Francisco 27.
Yeah, I think they fumbled. Was it the kickoff or was that? I didn't even know what happened. I just saw it was a fumble.
No, it's tripping. Mitch jumped on the live under 57.5. That's a great bet. That was available too. And now it's 54.
That's jumping. Does that mean right now?
Yeah, right now. It went up to 57.5 right here in front of me too. There was like it wasn't for very long, maybe 45 seconds, 30 seconds. Now it's 54.5. That's a great bet, Mitch.
We got 1st and 20 for Buffalo. They hand it off, and they're about the 33-yard line.
What does that mean? How many
Pick
yards?
up about 8.
Okay.
It's going to be 2nd and 11.
I was a Canadian Philly Eagle flyer. Certainly not anymore, man. 18 years, I did it full time, and that shit's not like riding a bike, man. Oh, backup quarterback's in. Beautiful. But they're still going to kick the field goal. That would screw my first under. Mitch.
2nd and 12. They hand it off. They pick up about 3.
Mitch, screw it up, man.
There's a flag.
Don't I...
Come on, back them up. And the ref was about to make the call, and they zoom out and show the stadium. Maybe there is no flag. It still says 3rd and 9. Looks like they picked up the flag. But now there's going to be a delayed game.
Okay, good. Can we put them in a tough spot to kick the field goal?
They called timeout. They called it timeout.
So right
Really
now,
tough.
I mean, Bass can kick a 47-yarder, right? Could he screw this up, man? You're pushing your 45 right now. I live bet that 46.5. Could they screw this up?
I mean, a 33-yard field goal was made so far. So there was a couple that were missed, too.
Oh, I'll fit in Philly, you fly. You don't need to worry about that shit. Force that shit in.
49ers kickers missed 2 field goals.
Of course he has. Jake Moody's such an ass clown, man.
And the Buffalo kicker hasn't missed any yet. He just kicked extra points, though.
No, but I mean, he has this year. He's not to be trusted. He's kicked 161-yard field goal, carried off on everybody's shoulders. Other than that, he's not been very good, and he's not trusted right now.
Let all the players that are hurt rest. CMC can rest for the rest of the year. Let them rest. Give it up. Give the season up. You know.
No, I don't think so. I'd love to be a dog in the wild card game. I think there's money for us to make in that situation. I don't need CMC. I don't need any of those motherfuckers. We can win a game as a dog in the wild card.
The defense has to be better. That's really been not the part that no one's talking about. The front seven aren't as scary. Like
the defense is destroyed.
49-yard field goal attempt.
I get that.
Miss it. Razor, take us home, man. Tell me it's a miss.
Pick it up, and it is no good.
There you go.
Wide left.
Let's go. That's huge.
When did you bet the under 45, Razor? What time of the day?
Early this morning, around 9:30, maybe 8:30.
I moved to 45, man. That's so wow. That just missed too. That barely missed.
Yeah, that's why I had to wait. I couldn't call it yet. I had to wait.
Nice job, Steve G. Respect, man. Okay, I think we got live action still in play. The under 46.5, the under 51.5. We now are back to the 51.5 live. I'm gonna put some final ice in my drink for this last drive, so I'll be right back, fellas. Still a lot to fight for, so let's fight for it, man.
Yeah, we still got a lot of time left.
Shouts to Wade though. Wade cashed that Clippers first quarter.
Yeah, you need to tell your boy over there to get going.
Didn't like the matchup for him tonight.
I mean, it's really low. It's really low considering what is the number that I got? I got
Yeah,
20.
but considering he's going against like long, lengthy black athletes, like I don't think this is the best Christian Braun spot. Then on top of that, he's in Los Angeles. If there's anything I know about Christian Braun, he's fucking bitches. So like, this is not the best spot for him. He isn't going to go over in every fucking game that he plays in this year. I mean, it's like damn near like 16 out of like 17 games he's gone over.
Oh, I just hit a 3 and a rebound. Oh, we're looking okay. We're looking okay.
I hope he does go over. That's my guy. But I did not bet it tonight. But,
I just got another rebound. Oh, he's got 12 and he's 25 and a half. We're not going to get it. He's going to fuck it up.
Also, Wager Detective says Razor, the line opened up at 46.5, dropped to 45.5 or 44.5. Public pounded the under. The public wasn't on the under. The public was on the over. 81% of the bets were on the over, not the public. Not the public. I mean, not the public on the under. Public was on the over.
okay, that's a good little bet there. Braun under 11.5 and clips money on.
A wager detective thinks they're lying. I think that's against the law. I don't think they're allowed to do that, wager detective. And if you do think that, let Jimmy know. We'll file a lawsuit.
I'm interested to hear what's going on.
The whole thing with me saying that it's not, all these numbers aren't regulated, all this market movement stuff. Razor just said he thinks it's illegal and you could sue him if they were.
That's true.
I don't disagree, but I'd wonder what, like, there's no governing body that gives a shit what they're.
Also true.
Good luck. I know that's the only shit.
Yeah, they're not legally allowed to give you wrong information. They have to give you, but who is auditing these company situations is the question.
Well, some of them are publicly traded, so they could figure it out. I'm sure if they thought their competition was lying. But that's my whole thing. I love it. I love it as an indicator. I don't like that it's not regulated. And I don't like when I go to different sites, I see different numbers. That's the only thing
I agree with you on that, Dave.
Yeah, they're all different.
How can like 5 different sports books have?
They're using different books. They're using it's not. There's no consensus.
Almost like 60 to 70% of like of a line difference of like between money lines live.
Hey, I would like to continue this conversation, but I also want to shout out to Corey in the house. Corey told us that this -6.5 was too easy, and he took the -10.5 at +145 for the Buffalo Bills.
There you go.
Yeah, that was a great bet.
Great work, Corey. Respect.
Ducks. Quack, quack.
And then I agree with Lexicon. He says these games are regulated as entertainment. You can't sue them. You can't sue them.
So wager detective thinks the line only moves because of the public. That doesn't make any sense either.
You know,
No,
he probably gets lawsuits every day from people losing bad bread.
we know the line. I mean, we all know the situation. The line comes out, and it's limits. You can't make it's they're gathering information from the smartest bettors.
Well, there goes our fucking unders.
Why? What the hell just happened?
It's not what we were saying, Steve. We're talking about money market movement. The Action Network and VSIN and all these different places that give out the market movement. It's different. The percentages are different.
It's going to go all the way.
Yep.
Oh, it's a flag though.
Thank God.
Holding.
Thank
Holding.
God, Jesus Christ. Oh.
That is huge. Like,
Take your snow angel somewhere else, man. Oh God. Oh, beautiful.
Shut up, Josh Allen on the sideline going, "Oh fuck, it's a penalty." Shut the fuck up. We're not going to lose the game.
God, I would if I was a
Lay an egg like this, though.
if I was a hardcore Buffalo Bills fan, I would be nervous about the incoming marriage of Josh Allen.
Why do you say incoming marriage of like you have to sign him for a certain amount of money because
No, he's about to marry a Hollywood starlet. They're engaged.
The actual marriage.
Yeah, and
Not
he's
a
so he's going to be like Kelsey. He's going to be like royalty.
God bless him.
Sure, but I mean, if Buffalo Bills were everything to me, I'd want a big
But-
booty, stay-at-home wife who's going to cook for him and take care of every one of his needs.
Yeah, but it's better than your star quarterback Diddy bopping in the fucking club, fucking on the next Instagram model. At least he's
Definitely. But what quarterbacks do that? Quarterbacks are leaders of men. They don't fuck around like that.
Yeah, you never see it. They're not in the club with fucking chicken wings and a gun next to them like fucking John Morant was. That's not what.
I mean,
That's not.
let's not take it to the extreme of basketball players. They're like
No, but I mean, I just think you want a big bootied wife that's going to cook for you and just take care of all of your needs, like LeBron's wife.
Yeah,
Let you
dude.
focus on sports.
Obviously, Jim, we all want that in life. But where the fuck are you find that at in Buffalo, fucking New York?
What do you mean? Oh, I mean, you find it for sure. I'd just be a little worried. I know.
No.
Armpit.
I would-
Armpit.
Not in the upper New York bitches. Mm-mm.
He can get. I mean, he can go wherever he wants. He's traveling the country, fucking playing, and
And that's how he got the model bitch.
yeah. And all these famous fucks, you know, their publicists reach out to their publicists and say, "Hey, we should play matchmaker. Let's put them on a date." That they don't do any of the work
Yeah.
themselves.
LeBron's wife is LeBron's wife from back at home. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Well, so was
Yeah,
Kobe's. Kobe's wife. She was in
No,
her high
Kobe
school.
found his wife in a
get the fuck.
music video when she was 17, man.
But I'm saying that it was like a long. He could have, if that didn't happen, he
Kobe's
could have
my-
anyone wanting to, and he probably did. You know, but
I don't know.
I mean, she's nice, but he could have done a lot. But I mean, come on.
No way. She was. He found the hottest 17-year-old on the planet as a 21-year-old dude. That's in his mind.
Yeah. Well,
I mean, like he
he went to
you know,
Brandy's prom, didn't he? Or she went to his prom or something? Wasn't that the?
No, he had a music video. She was dancing in a music video at 17.
I was talking about Brandy, not.
Oh, okay. I just think that you want. I don't know. If you have a superstar football player or a superstar athlete, you want like a solid woman who's going to make sure that your family life is taken care of, your needs. I'm going to take care of everything, so you don't only have to focus on sports. You know, that kind of thing. And he's not getting that. Josh Allen, and it may still be great. You know.
What's this book you wrote here, Razor? What are you talking about?
Wager wants to know in the chat, how can the line drop 2 points and the public be on the over if the line dropped towards the under?
Well, that's exactly. I mean, come
There's
on.
a lot of reasons.
Wager knows what's going on. I mean, doesn't he? I mean, look, the books aren't trying to get 50-50 action. It's not 1985. The books are publicly trying to beat you. When they think the public's on the wrong side, they'll make it more appealing to bet that side. I mean, it's very, very simple. Is it not, Razor? Am I missing what you guys are talking about?
No, it's clear as day. I thought Wager knew that.
It's
Yeah,
very,
and they're not, and the end game lines aren't moving the same way with money movement that they're moving pre-flop too, and for different reasons. That's why you see the line move in the beginning. They wait for the sharp money to come in. If it doesn't, then they stay. If they do, you see, it's different in game. The money
different in game, definitely. But
Yeah.
the pregame stuff, I mean, the books are playing the public like a fiddle.
Yeah.
They're looking for where the public's wrong. based on their models, advanced models from the smartest people in the world, and they're making it more appealing to bet that side. So they'll drop that number to get more action on that side. It's very simple.
We got 5:13 left, 3rd and 5 for Buffalo. They're on their own 45-yard line.
Mitch Trubisky.
Yeah, remember that guy?
Yeah, it just did. Yeah.
Timeout, Buffalo.
I forgot for a second he was on the Bills. I forgot he second he was in the league. That was the Mahomes draft, right? I think it was.
Yeah,
I think
he's,
Trubisky
yeah,
was
one of the ones.
Yeah. Trubisky was taking 1 or 2 or whatever he was taking.
No, wait, you don't just fade like 2-point line moves. In any situation, I mean, if you only want to bet based on market, if the public is on a side, and this is just like if a simple, just not capping the sport, because wager when you say no cap in our chat, when you say no cap, like honestly, as your friend, I don't like it. You say no cap, and you just make a statement. I mean, we're working our asses off trying to, find angles. So the no cap thing, I just as friends, I don't really like the no cap thing. But when you say, but when you see, you see the public on a spot, and they're heavily hammering it, and the books are making it more appealing for you to bet it, you should probably, if you were betting it solely on market, you would bet the other side of it. But you want the X's and O's that you cap to correlate with it.
And that's not true. That's not true either. With something like today, the line in the Seahawks game, the line moved through 0, 2 points, -1 to -1. When it moves through 0, you should be thinking about taking the team it's moving towards. That's not. You don't always go the other way.
But that doesn't correlate with any X's and O's. All the X's and O's said that the Jets weren't trying. Dave, isn't the market supposed to correlate with your capping?
It can't. Well, it doesn't always. Okay. It depends, and for me, it doesn't. If it doesn't matter, even if it does or it doesn't, I'm going to follow my cap either way. I mean, that should be what you should do ultimately.
I don't think it should be what you do ultimately. I disagree with that. I don't think you should trust yourself. You're not God. You don't know what the fuck's going to happen.
No, you're right, but I don't trust. This is the thing, and I've said this since 3 or 4 years ago when this information started to be more readily available. I questioned that stuff then, and I still question it now. In those 4 years, I've had 3 negative months in 4 years, so I don't have to worry about that. But other people do, I guess, and maybe I'm being holier than thou, but maybe if I dive into it, I'll be that much better. Maybe I should. I don't know.
Look, there's no right answer. It's all a gray area. No, I'm not saying you don't work your ass off. It may be so. Lexicon saying no cap is a thing that it's a slang thing for USA slang. Sorry, I didn't know that. So wager detective, when you say there's a spot no cap, the slang for that means what?
He said it means he's not lying.
It means no lying, it means for real.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I 45. I don't know that. No cap means
it
no
is
lying.
a stupid millennial saying. I don't like it either. It makes no fucking
I quit
sense.
capping, Jimmy.
I didn't know that. I'm 45. I didn't know it means no lying. Look, I'm not on the street.
That's what these kids say. You capping,
Okay, so
bro.
no cap means no
No
lie.
cap.
Okay, I feel you guys. I feel you.
It's
now
like Riz.
cap. So I take that back because I hear you say no cap, and I think, what the fuck? This guy's saying something, saying he's not capping.
But why would he lie, though?
It does sound like it when you're talking. You're just saying, I didn't cap the game. No
the
cap.
Bills are 12-2 their last 14. No cap.
So I didn't know that, and I'm happy I know that now because I've not liked it when you've said it in the chat so often.
He's 48. He's having a midlife crisis or an after midlife crisis. He's using the kid slang.
No, but that's fine. I just because all the hours and hours that we're putting in, and when you say no cap, I didn't realize that meant. Look, I didn't know. So I'm learning now. So I take that back. I apologize, wager detective.
It's Briz talk.
All right. I mean, okay. Thank you, Clark Hedge.
It's hood talk.
Hey, Jimmy, we're at the 2-minute warning. No cap.
Yeah,
The thing.
there you go.
No, that
Yeah.
helps. That helps me. That
Okay.
helps me with the thing. This when you've been saying that in our shows, because it's been a few weeks where I, you know, with what Dave and I were talking about here, I just think, and what how Razor caps and all this stuff,
Also, the Bills are in kneel formation.
Oh my God, are they really?
Game over. San Fran's not calling timeout.
There you go.
And you push yours. I go 7-4 on the week, but cash both live bets.
Nice.
Oh, it feels good. It would feel better if I got the 45 like you guys. When did I bet the 44.5? I gotta see when I sent my bet in because
Yeah, mine was like
Clippers.
11 o'clock.
Me,
I
the
put mine.
Clippers.
Oh no, Wager Detective, you definitely add value. I didn't understand that no cap meant I'm not lying. So look, I look, I'm learning to. I didn't because when you'd written that in chat, I was like, don't. We don't need statements without capping. Like I'm just like an old man. I'm not.
I mean, it doesn't make sense to put no cap in the chat anyway. Why would someone lie about putting something in the chat? Why write in the chat if you're fucking lying?
No, and of course, no, Wager Detective, you bring a lot. So the no cap thing was something I needed to understand that was some sort of a slang thing, because the hours that we're putting in are ludicrous, and our families are supporting us because we're succeeding in a gamut that people say you can't succeed in. Some people do. Razor's dad doesn't. My dad does. That's why I don't send in his fucking Falcons bullshit. Look, we're all trying to learn. I would like to learn just X's and O's capping, but today I learned some fucking street slang. But I apologize, Wager Detective, and we're
Good
thankful
talk.
for all that you bring to the table, man.
Yeah.
Hood talk. Hood talk, Jimmy. Hood talk.
Well, I mean, when you write a game and say you just didn't know what he was doing, Jimmy. Like when he'd say a game, whatever it is, Boise State, UNLV. I haven't looked at this game. No cap. It looks like I'm just going off. You haven't looked at the game, so that's where you were taking it as.
And I apologize, Wager. I was miscommunicating it. Yeah. So
I got a new play coming out. It's called the No Cap Play of the Day. Dropping tomorrow.
No, this was an important conversation, and Wager Detective, you bring a ton to the table. Lexicon cash 947. We had a ton of cashers today. I think that there will be buy low spots on the 49ers without CMC and without pressure. Okay.
Yeah, Clark, you had to call him about the no woman part. You could have said no kid. He ain't got no woman. He ain't got no kid. He ain't got a girlfriend. This motherfucker ain't doing shit but capping games, is what he said.
Hey, Clark Edge, I respect it too, man. Look, I love what you guys are doing in AC. I just didn't understand the slang, man. Shit. Okay. Let's review action, give shouts out, and start capping tomorrow. Well, not start, but continue.
Yeah, I got to cap horses tomorrow, Jimmy. No cap.
No, I believe you. I believe you. First off, let's shout out Pub Sports Circa Millions. We have CMAC putting in that action each and every week. 37-27-1. We got a chance. Let's also give a shout out to the cappers that aren't rocking with us right now, that were on screen earlier. Brizzy, Troy, Torrance, Higgsy, CMAC, Wham Bam 3000. Thank you guys for rocking with us. We want to give a shout out to the cappers here in the chat that rock with us. There's no caps going to stick with me, I know, forever, because I was just, so ignorant. You know what? When I'm going over the action in the chat, there were a lot of my friends and colleagues on the 49ers. And, I don't know what, I have nothing to say. I'm not going to try to sugarcoat that shit. You guys were wrong, and it sucks. Ron Lofton cashing on the Bills. Easy. I love to see it. We have the CMC cappers that got hurt, and that sucks. True Teller cashing the Purdy interception. I love to see it. Corey, what a star, said Bills will cover easy 6.5. I'm going to take the 10 at plus 145. Dougie Wise cashing the Bills first half. Dave and Cal cashing the Bills. Nasty cashing the Bills first quarter. Redbeard, I didn't get that one because of the. Oh no, he pushed the under. So you're still because you got the Bills minus 6.5. It was going through all of our action here in the chat. Roy Harper, Buffalo boy, catching with Buffalo. I'd love to see it. Kevin Ponticelli catching with Buffalo. Slatsy, Cook, anytime touchdown. Bills money line. I'd love to see it. Not enough Bills love. Mel cashing with Bills -2 to finish at plus 360 and cashing Ducks team total over. Jesse Nunez, Bills first half. And oh no, shit, Jesse with the over. Donut Silks, Bills money line, the over 41. God, some moody backers that must just want to stab him in the throat. Every day is a new battle and presents new opportunities here. And so I'm happy I learned what the no cap is. So, I feel it a little bit more.
I thought it just meant Dave wasn't wearing a hat. That's what I thought it meant. I didn't know what it meant.
I thought it meant that the person talking about it hadn't capped the event.
Yeah.
So if I say cap, does that mean I'm lying? No cap.
Oh yeah. What happens is if you say something, then they think you're lying. They yell cap, or what they do, they put a hat emblem in the fucking chat, like you're capping.
Oh my God, really?
Capping. You're lying. Yeah, this shit, they're doomed, man. I'm telling you, man. Music sucks. Vocabulary sucks. They suck.
Wow. Okay. Well, I'm learning here. Wager Detective, we need more. We need more from you, and I will be able to figure this shit out a little better, and I won't hold any animosity when you say something in the chat and finish it with no cap. Clark Edge, yes. Hey, look, Clark Edge, there's like money in the account for it that Jeff has not touched, so we know that for sure. There's like 3.5K sitting there for it, and Who Bangin' been talking about it too. We'd love to make it happen. So I wager. Oh man. Brad Oliver says, yeah. No, I'm learning.
He didn't say no cap. Does that mean he's going to use it? He didn't say no cap. Maybe Wager Detective's going to do it again.
I don't know. Look, I'm 45 and I'm not trying. All I'm trying is to raise my family and to be the best capper I can be. So I'm a little behind on the times, and it is what it is. I tell you what I'm going to do now. I'm going to take one of these 3 lights, take this camera, take this mic into my garage. I got to put on a sweatshirt, maybe a big winter jacket just for laughs, and give a winner out. And it won't be. I've decided it won't be Utah Hockey Club. I'm gonna bring my own winner to the table tomorrow. But I'm 0-2, and it's embarrassing on Medicaid Mondays. I want to deliver on Medicaid Mondays. Razor, you're a big part of the reason why Medicaid Monday is so popular, and I've not been delivering. Let's put a bow on today's show. You know what, Genesee Ben? My instinct right now, after the booze and the time here, is to say horrible things about what you just wrote there. Horrible things about you, your family, your children, your bloodline, your family fucking tree. If I want to give an hour apology, the first thing I'll do is I'll place my balls in your mouth and I'll begin. And I'll do it for as long as I fucking please. But let's put a bow on tonight's show here. Thank you to all the cappers in the chat.
Was that a no cap, Jimmy? Would you do that no cap?
Capping.
Are you capping? Are you no capping?
Dave, my friend, where can we get your action? Oh, unless it's here on Monday night. You gonna rock with us on Monday night?
Yeah, I'll be there. I'll tell you right now, I'm on the Broncos. I don't care what it gets to. I'm on them. I'm going to be on. That'll be my play. So there it is.
I think it's the right spot, man. It's a -6 right now. It's going through that
already.
number.
Yeah.
Now we did see the Panthers Bucks go through the number back to 6.5, and we knew the Panthers were the right play. So that was no problem. But now this is happening here. I don't know why anyone would think the Browns are going to fight in Denver, and it might be a buy low spot because of the Broncos' loss, or not loss, but they won by 10, but they probably shouldn't have covered in Vegas. I feel you. I think it's a. I'm very interested in it. And Ron Crawford saying Broncos spreadsheet. Thank you guys, Viking. That might be work. That might be nice. I'm interested. I might even move on that tonight. I think I'd like to have that in my pocket. I don't want it to go over 6. And I mean, what are you thinking of tomorrow night's game, Ray? Actually, I know what you're about to say.
I'll tell you right now, Jimmy, if you want it. I got it written down.
I want to hear it.
I got it written down in the notebook, Jimmy, if you want it.
Yeah.
You want it?
Yeah, I do, yeah.
Yes.
Okay, right. Let's go. Let me pull to the right page. That's Sunday. Monday. Nope, that's not Monday. Medicate Monday, right here, gentlemen. NFL Monday Night Football. We have the Cleveland Brownies headed to Denver to take on the Broncos. And my bet is turn your volume up. Turn your volume up. Medicate Monday. That's where you can find my bet. 11:10 a.m. tomorrow, right here on Pub Sports Radio. And that's a no cap. You can find me 11:10 a.m. No cap, Jimmy. No cap. You can find me there. 11:10.
Look, I agree, Mel. I'm with you, Mel. I think I might bet that tonight. Thank you, guys. It's easier to laugh when you're making money and winning and succeeding, and that's what we're doing here together as a group. I'm so thankful to be part of this community, so thankful to rock with you guys. Everybody in the chat, Lexicon, Mel, Swiggy, Big Scott, Flea Mathis, Philly Eagle Flyer, Rude Boy, Voodoo Ranger, Ronnie Crawford, Textiles, The Clark Edge, Genesee Benz has found you guys today. Cool show. Genesee Ben, this is all we got. We do it every day here. Thank you for rocking with it. Ice Viking, loved the Higgsy talk you had today. Aditya Day, respect, love rock with you. Ben Stevens, Dougie Y, Steve G, financially free and focused, the nuke worker. Luis Leva, thank you, Luis, my man. Loaf S, Textiles, Miles Johnson, Lucky Power, Bo Jackson, all you guys, thank you so much for your support. Tomorrow, we have another monstrous day capping. So I know Razor talks about Medicate Mondays, but right after that, we have Racing with Razor popping off on both YouTube and Kick. Right after that, right around, about noon? Are we starting right around noon tomorrow, Razor?
Yeah, we pop off at 11:45. Parks pops off at 12:05. So I try to get the first race. So we pop off around 11:45 a.m.
Perfect. So please support Racing with Razor and Medicate Mondays tomorrow.
On Friday, we cashed 13 pick threes on Friday. We picked up over $6K on Friday.
Jeez.
Beautiful thing.
I love to hear it. Roll that shit. Like that shit, smoke it. Thank you so much for supporting Pub Sports Radio. Time to get to work on tomorrow. Let's go out there and get that cash. Thank you all so much for supporting us here. We will see you guys tomorrow.
No cap.
Pub Sports Radio's the crew, that's a fact. We all about bread, making bank accounts fat. Who the hell is that? LJ from the H, I stack green like Boston. Shout out to Nasty Nate from down south, where we ride on slab. 420 highway smoking with that boy Dabby Cab. Swing by Dallas with them Cowboy fans so we can smoke out J Money, cause you know that's our mans. Us against the bookies, put money in our pockets. Fly out to Vegas, meet up with Ski Profit. Hit the sports books, we got money to stack. Can't forget them college picks with that boy Conor Mack.